Hey, what it do? What's up? It's Friday. How's everybody doing? I hope great. I know I'm great. Weather's great. I feel great. Sook's not here. That's not great. But we roll on. We've got Stephen Vaughn over there. The Bald Mamba. LeVon James. Vaughn Control. Those were the top 3 nicknames we came up with for him yesterday. How we doing today?
I'm doing well, my friend.
Yes, good.
Good. I brought up the topic of nicknames to Coach Vaughn at home.
Yeah, what'd she say?
She liked assistant Coach Vaughn because she wants to be in charge. That was by far her favorite. But
Okay.
she was a fan of LeVon James because LeBron Vaughn was in the running as a child's name for us.
Really?
It was in the top 10 probably.
LeBron Vaughn.
Yeah, just because it sounds funny.
Were you? I mean, you're kidding. You were gonna name your kid after LeBron James?
There was serious conversations had of when we're trying to figure out names, and LeBron was thrown out there. And it was
okay, but by you, and she probably laughed and slapped you across the face.
I will say this: I don't think it was thrown out right away. There's at least a thought, like, can we do that? No, we can't. Okay, but there's way worse names than LeBron Vaughn.
I wonder how many kids are being named LeBron now.
Well, that's like there are a lot of Shaqs now.
Yeah, I've heard that. And Kobe's
too. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty
but
sure.
Kobe's kind of a cool name. Shaq is not.
Well, Shaquille is a cool name.
Yeah, I guess so. But Shaq and LeBron, I don't know.
I bet in like 5-10 years we'll probably be seeing a lot more LeBronies out there.
Did Tiger come up when you were talking to Coach Vaughn about
no,
maybe your kids?
It should have been.
Yes,
Tiger Vaughn.
Dude, that's a great name. That's better than LeBron Vaughn.
I know, but LeBron Vaughn rhymes.
What would you call him, Little Bronny?
Yeah, Little Bronny Vaughn. Because there's all those names that rhyme with Vaughn, just like John Vaughn, the former running back for the Patriots.
What are your kids' names? If you don't want to reveal, that's
they
fine.
are named Lincoln. He's the oldest. He's 11. And
Does
Hudson,
not rhyme.
And Hudson.
Okay.
Chef Hudson.
Yeah. So I feel like Coach Vaughn won out.
Yeah.
On
well,
names.
and she's a teacher. Well, she was a teacher. Now she's like in charge of teachers. So she had so many affiliations with kids' names. So she's like, I would throw out a name there, and she'd be like, hate that kid. Oh, okay.
Oh, she'd associate it with
yeah.
God.
She's like, I had a jerk kid that was like that, so I can't name him that.
Okay.
And then she also threw out any name that started with a J. She crossed it off the list because then the initials were JV, and our kids are varsity.
Oh, I love that.
I'm not even joking. It's a real thing she said.
No wonder she liked assistant coach.
Yeah, I know. I fall in line. Yeah.
I know who wears the pants in that family.
I admit it. I would never fight it.
That's amazing. LeBron Vaughn. What did you think? Did you think about LeVon Vaughn?
No, I never thought of LeVon Vaughn, but that's
You call him Vaughn Vaughn.
Yeah, Vaughn. VV.
I did watch. I watched SportsCenter today, and you know what they led with? LeBron.
Yeah, because that's
Stunner.
Yeah, that's. There's nothing else going on right now.
But I don't know. But it was weird because it was like, oh, they come in, they're like, oh, Lakers Clippers last night. Wait till you see this. And it wasn't anything. It was like, did you see that game? It was like the Clippers led the whole time. The Lakers kind of suck.
The Lakers really do suck a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So they made it like, oh, watch LeBron. Can you believe this guy's 75 years old? Here's a layup.
LeBron.
Then they lose by 10.
LeBron's the most overrated player in the NBA right now. If people think he's actually good, he's not good.
Hot take.
He's not a good player anymore.
Well, I don't watch him, but
Yeah,
yeah, of course he's good.
No, he's not.
Really?
No. He is an inefficient scorer. Now, he doesn't score as well as he does. The way he passes, it doesn't help anybody. He turns it over a lot. He is one of the most horrific defensive players I have seen in a long time.
So he's just too old now.
Yeah, he's just too old.
But every once in a while, because their highlights, they showed him, he was getting going downhill like old school LeBron, like kind of a tank.
There are a lot of videos out there, Isaac, that show LeBron cherry picking. And so he doesn't even go for rebounds, and so he can get ahead of steam and get fast break points.
So what's he doing? Just collecting $50 million?
Yeah, pretty much. Collecting stats.
Hey, can't blame him. Yeah, he's racking up the all-time.
He's a compiler.
All-time numbers.
He's Craig Biggio.
He is not a compiler.
He's Craig Biggio now.
Get out. Are we learning that you don't like LeBron James?
I dislike.
You think he's overrated?
I
mean, he may be overrated right now.
Yes, he stinks now, but no, as a player overall, he's top 3. He's a top 3 overall player.
Okay, so Jordan, LeBron, and
there's lots of different. You could say Bill Russell. You could say Chamberlain. You could say LeBron. I think that those are probably the three. Magic, if you want to say all-time peakness.
Okay.
But yes, LeBron is overrated now. I don't like LeBron. I think he's a phony. I think he's a joke.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, he is kind of a phony.
he's a lot of phony.
Yeah. He's hard to like, but his game is not. Or at least it wasn't.
I actually thought it would be really hard to play with that guy.
Yeah.
Like peak LeBron, because he
Yeah.
would hold on to the ball for 20 seconds, and then
No,
if he
it's
didn't
true.
shoot it, it's like, I'm going to pass you the ball, shoot and make this shot, or else everyone's going to yell at you and get mad.
Yeah, also very passive-aggressive, it seems,
Yeah.
with his teammates.
Yeah.
But Jordan wasn't a,
He wasn't a saint either.
it wasn't
so,
a walk in the park.
No.
What was it like playing with assistant coach Vaughn at
No.
Concordia University?
Nothing like playing with Brandon Roy, baby. Or Denny Advia.
Rest in peace. By the way, congrats to you. Another Blazers winner
Hey,
last night.
2-0.
You are 2-0 on the show picking Blazers games.
Now, you want my pick for tonight? They play
Yeah.
tonight. They're back at it. Raptors.
Yeah.
Raptors are 3.5-point road favorites. I'm taking the Raptors tonight.
Against the spread?
Yeah.
Why?
Denny is doubtful, and I think that's just so big for the Blazers. Although there is a stat, I believe the Blazers, the last 2 seasons, are second in the NBA in back-to-backs, on their second night of a back-to-back in defensive field goal percentage. So the back-to-backs don't really hurt them that much.
Is Toronto on a back-to-back?
No, they are not. They have a day of rest. So I do like I like the Raptors tonight.
I'm going to tread lightly here, but aren't the Raptors pretty good?
Good little team.
Good.
They are good.
Who's leading the way for them? Pascal Siakam?
No, yeah, no. It's
Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah, Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, the led team. No, Scotty Barnes, he's really good.
He's good now?
He's good.
Okay.
Yeah. RJ Barrett.
Oh, my God. Blazer great?
Yeah.
Didn't he
Sure.
Didn't he get a...
No. He was in the
Who am I
Knicks.
thinking of?
I have no idea who you're thinking of.
Well, a lot of guys come through here,
Yeah.
and then waltz on out.
Yeah, they get out real quick.
I can't remember. Norman Powell was here last night.
Norman Powell.
He ended up playing and
Former Blazer great.
reminded me, oh, wow.
Man,
Those were the days.
Those
The
were- those-
Norman Powell years.
when they had Dame, CJ, and Norman Powell, 3
Yeah.
undersized guards that don't play defense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Well, it's a good thing they've turned the page on that. Oh, wait. Don't they have... Well, I guess Drew Holiday plays defense.
Drew, they play defense now. Better than they used to.
How's Simons doing in Boston? Why are we talking about the NBA?
I don't know.
You love the NBA.
I love I do.
Big basketball guy.
I like basketball.
Hey, you know what? That's good to have on our show.
I also was watching Portland State basketball last night during Nemec's show.
How'd my Vikes do?
Dude, they're undefeated in the Big Sky.
Are they?
They are.
Are they going to the tournament?
Yeah, I think they're the best team in the Big Sky.
So they got to win the Big Sky tournament to get
Yeah,
there?
definitely.
Okay. Keep an eye out.
I will.
Oh, no, I'm saying I will.
Oh.
What were we talking about?
You asked Anthony Simons. We were talking
Yeah,
about LeBron.
how's he doing?
He is what he is. He
Oh, wait.
stinks.
Yeah.
He-
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he's a sixth man at best. He can shoot, can't really score, doesn't pass, doesn't play defense. So
But he can score. I mean, he was a scorer here.
I would say he's a shooter, not a scorer.
Yeah.
He doesn't get to the free throw line. He doesn't create for others.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yet another of a long line of trailblazers that
You know what?
fans overvalued.
He darn sure got a tribute video when he came back to Portland.
Did he?
He did.
Well, he's a nice kid.
Sure.
I think.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
what's your inside info? Didn't you work at the Blazers? What did you do over there? What was your job?
I did things. Don't worry about it.
Let's learn
No.
about Levon.
I was a video analyst. That was my job in the scouting department.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I
What
was.
does that mean? Like you just...
I
So
literally
Toronto comes to town, you just dump the
So-
Toronto tape on
Yeah, so
coaches' desks?
Toronto comes to town. So the 2 or 3 days prior, basically, I would watch every Toronto Raptor game that they've recently played, and I would track what plays they run, like how they'd run it, how they defend everything, every rebound, every shot, every pass, everything in a play that happens in the NBA. I would have to track that data and then submit it off to whoever gets it, and then they do whatever they do with it. I was like the initial film breaker downer.
Important job.
I mean,
Did you hear the Mo Cheeks? I'm sure you know the Mo Cheeks story.
I have, yeah.
Yeah. Was that you? Were you involved in that?
No, I was not.
Yeah, the story with Mo Cheeks was that like the video guy would put the...
But he'd seal it.
Yeah, well, he would eventually,
Right.
because he would leave it unsealed and he would put it on Maurice Cheeks' desk to watch it for the next game. And he didn't think Maurice Cheeks was watching the film, so he started sealing them to check to see if he would unseal them and watch the film. And they were never. They were just tossed to this. He would not watch film. He was the coach of the team. And he would not watch film.
That is wild. That's wild stuff.
Yeah, but I think that goes on a lot in the NBA.
I think it does too.
You know,
I said this yesterday. I feel like people would be surprised at how little professional athletes care about their craft.
Yeah, and you're talking mainly about the NBA.
About the NBA, yeah.
Yeah, and it's noticeable out there.
Very, very. But the fact that they don't play and they sit out because they,
Do you think so? You were on the Blazers side of things. Do you think that Blazer fans would rather be really excited about a young diamond in the rough player than win a championship? Because I kind of do.
It's close. A championship is different, but yes, they do love a young player.
Oh my God, I've never seen anything like it.
Caleb Love is the love of the town.
Caleb
now.
Love is, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I saw he knocked down a couple threes finally.
Yeah, like last night he made some shots. He played like 35 minutes. He took 20 shots. And went 4 for 12 on 3. But
oh, he went 4 for 12.
Yeah.
When I looked, it was 3 for 6. I'm like, oh wow, he's actually 50%.
Ended up 4 for 12.
4 for 12.
But
that's more like it.
And that's the thing. It's like, yeah, you made 4 threes. Everyone loves him.
Yeah.
They
gotta have somebody that they just fawn over that they think is going to be the next big thing.
It's the Sergio Rodriguez,
yes,
Rudy Fernandez,
yes,
Torian Green,
yes,
Armand Johnson,
Alan Crabb,
Mo Harkless,
yes,
Luke Babbitt.
I liked Mo Harkless.
He was fine.
A nice little player.
Good little player.
But I mean, I don't think they thought he was going to. I think it's the idea that they're going to turn into the next
Noah
big star.
Vonleh.
Noah Vonleh.
Like when they traded Batum for Noah Vonleh.
Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah.
Who was that guy that he ended up getting hurt? I think he was a second-round pick, but he could like jump out of the gym, like literally out of the gym.
Greg Brown, the third.
No, before him. Elliot Williams.
Elliot Williams.
Yeah.
Will Barton, another one.
Well, hey, Barton
turned out to be an okay player.
He popped after they traded him.
I remember, because I worked with the Blazers and I went to the game and they were saying Will Barton hadn't made a three-pointer above the free throw line. Like if you took the free throw line and extended it all the way to the sidelines, he hadn't made one all season on top of the free throw line, but he could make corner threes.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seriously think most Blazer fans would rather just their sports pants would be tighter if, I don't know, Caleb Love becomes really good over a championship.
Well, because they wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
If they had a championship team, I don't know how they'd.
Yeah, then what? Then it's like, well,
they did it.
Yeah, so now what do I'm like Timbers fan now?
It's the thought that, man, some guy came out of nowhere and is really good.
And I saw it.
I saw it
and
first.
I saw it.
And every Blazer fan saw it first.
God.
Blazer fan.
Amazing. So when was the last time what years did you work for the Trailblazers?
It was 2012 to 2018.
Okay, so
it was like 6.5 years.
A while ago. Neil O'Shea years.
I met him one time.
Guys, move on.
Really?
I met him one time in the locker room. When I went to a game, I just said, "Hey, what's up, Mr. O'Shea?" And he goes, "Hey, how's it going?" And then he ignored me.
Yeah. Well, at least he said hi to you.
I know.
I'll tell you the things he said to me.
I would love.
I think it's really sexy.
I would love to hear it one day.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they won, and you're picking against them.
Now they're gonna lose. Yeah.
What a son of a bitch you are.
Dang it.
Well, you're 2-0, so we'll keep a running tab for you. Look, I don't discriminate. I'll place a wager. I think you know what you're talking about. You watch them at least.
I do.
I don't watch them.
I watch them.
I tried to watch them last night. I couldn't find them. They weren't on my TV.
Yeah.
They said they were going to be easy to find. I can't find them.
You just got to get a.
I just got to get an
antenna.
I know.
We need one in here too in the studio.
Yeah.
Shows how big of Blazer fans we are.
Tell you what, the budget's pretty tight right now. You might have to.
That's what I've come to realize.
$20. This is a story for you since you're new. You probably didn't hear this, but this water cooler out here.
Yeah.
I fought hard for that because I don't like to walk all the way back to the kitchen.
It's a long walk.
And he is no longer here. And this is the same guy. He did not like me. I'm a pain in the ass for this guy. He was a head engineer guy, Joey, really nice guy, but he couldn't stand me because I was pushing for a water cooler, and he said, that comes out of my budget, and I said, well, Joey, how much is it? And he said, I don't know. It's like $7 a month. And I'm like, Joey, dude, if you can't afford $7 a month in your engineering budget, we've got bigger problems. He didn't like that.
Well,
he got the water cooler. He has since left. He's moved to California, and we still have the water cooler out here.
I tend to agree with both of you because yes, there should be a water cooler, and $7 shouldn't be a lot. But at the same time, if I'm Joey, I'm thinking you're taking money out of the budget, bro. Like we budget this out.
$7. $7
7
a month.
I mean,
Okay, so I mean, to be fair.
extrapolate that.
Yeah, it's a lot of
It's
dough.
a lot of money, bro. You know, a couple of years, that's 100 something bucks.
I couldn't believe you brought that up.
That was wild, though. That is wild. I mean,
Rest in peace, Joey. He's the one that misspelled my name Asachi on purpose to piss me off.
sabotage.
Little do you know, it'd become my new brand. This is what we do.
Just sabotage people, and then it turns out
Hey.
into a positive.
Spin it. Let's
Yeah.
go.
All right.
All right. Well, good to have you along. Big Friday show. We got what's his nuts? Joey Harrington coming on at 5:30. I think he's in Vegas today. Probably placing big sports wagers on the championship games. So we'll talk to Joey at 5:30. We got a little audio out of the gate here. I think we'll get to that first. Friday football funsies. That's what we're going to call it. We got Michael Irvin, and I want to play. Yesterday we played the audio of Jeff Hafley of the Dolphins. He's the new Dolphins coach. Very impressive press conference. His owner, not so much. So that and more coming up next on The Fan. Suk is in Arizona today. He'll be back Monday, though. And we'll talk about the big championship games. See who's right about Stiddy. He thinks Stiddy's going to fall flat. I don't. I saw a stat on Sean Payton that said, and listen, I'm falling short of picking Denver. I think Stidham won't be that bad. I don't think he's going to be that bad. I fall in that camp. But I don't know if he's going to win. I saw a stat on Sean Payton that said he has been without his quarterback 22 times. And in those games, he is 14-8. And if you take out the games where he was on QB3 and QB4, he is 13-4 with QB2. So do with that information what you will. A lot of people betting Denver. A lot of people. The line is coming down to it's come down to 4. So
I feel like if you want to bet it, you got to get in quick because it might get to 3.
Yeah, if you want to bet Denver.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you missed the best.
If you want New England, hold out till right for kickoff.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's piling on Denver now, which probably means New England by 30.
And then we kind of look like idiots and Suk can gloat.
And he will.
He would.
And he should. Listen, of the two opinions, I think he has the less popular one. Don't you think? I think there's a lot of people that just think Sean Payton is going to do really good things with Jarrett Stidham, and they're going to be fine.
I kind of feel that way.
I haven't heard many people on the side of Suk who said, "Come on, dude, he hasn't thrown a pass in 2 years."
Right. I mean, people I think are assuming obviously it's not going to be as good without Bo Nix, but they think that Sean Payton can cook something up and they won't be a complete disaster. Where Suk's kind of like, no, they're going to be a disaster.
Yeah. He was saying he thinks their offense was kind of already a disaster.
That's my point. I don't think Bo Nix is very good. I think Sean Payton has elevated Bo Nix to being an average quarterback. So I think he can do the same type of thing with Stidboy.
Yeah, a lot of people do. So we will talk about it on Monday. That's when he'll return. A couple of pieces of audio for you here today we've found, and we thought you'd like. One is of Michael Irvin, and I did see that. So Irvin has a podcast, and so clips of his podcast are going viral. One is where he was saying that a bunch of Indiana fans, once the game ended, a bunch of Indiana fans wanted to take pictures with him, and he would not allow that. He said, "Come on, get out of here, man. I'm not doing that." He was pretty cool about it, but he's like, "I'm not giving you the satisfaction of keeping that photo and knowing that you beat me." And look, I respect it. I get it. I don't think I would ask Michael Irvin for a picture after my team just beat his team in the championship game. Like if you were Oregon, But more importantly, recently on his podcast, Michael Irvin addressed the elephant in the room. And that is that he does massive quantities of cocaine.
That's the part that tripped me out, too. Right.
Thank you.
I'm right there in front of the camera for 5 hours. So after the game, I do a little belt thing, and everybody sends me all the stuff. Man, Mike, right now, he coked out right now. He all on coke. I'm like, wait a minute, y'all. Wait. First of all, y'all know damn well coke don't last 5 hours. Y'all know damn well coke don't last 5 hours. And I hadn't partaken in 20 years. But if you got some 5-hour stuff, let me know. That's just what I'm saying, man. Like, stop it. Like, stop saying this stuff. You know what I mean? You've been looking at me for the last 5 hours. There's no way I can do something on this sideline. But they're not doing it out of reality. They're doing it to get to you. You know what I'm saying? The reality. And another thing I want to say. You know what? When I used to get high, that's exactly what I would say. No matter who I saw. Oh, he high too. Because you high. Yeah. That's the way you want everybody to be high because you high. You see what I'm saying? Where's my camera? Whenever you sitting your ass at home high, you want to think everybody else is high because your ass is high. I understand that. But the reality is, everybody ain't high. You need, he need to stop doing it. No, you need to put this and stop doing it. That's all I want to say.
Okay, now, all right. He is a lot.
Glad you cleared that up.
Yeah. Although, did we? Did we?
He says he hasn't done it for 20 years.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe him because, first of all, he was saying, oh, everybody knows Coke doesn't last 5 hours. Well, no, we don't know that, Mike. I don't know that. I've never done cocaine.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so you already know a lot about, what cocaine's like, so that's the first red flag. Second, that doesn't mean, look, I'm not stupid. I've seen movies. You can do little bumps, can't you? Like, you can have it in your pocket, go back into the blue tent, and...
Right. If the movies have taught us little bumps aren't hard to hide, right?
I mean...
Just a little, just a...
Yeah, right. Or just, it's like go to the bathroom. Like, I don't know. Like, just the idea that he was on the sideline for 5 hours and would never refresh his booger sugar, I don't necessarily buy that argument, and I know nothing about cocaine. So there's holes in his argument.
I do feel like if he really wanted to, he could have a cocaine guy next to him.
His fall guy.
Right. That just is holding and just, gives him a little
like I said,
little thing.
The blue tent is supposed to be for injuries.
I agree.
I think on the Miami sideline it might be for something else.
I think he's a little party animal.
Anyway, I'm not sure I buy him. Buying what he's selling. Okay, now I've got Fernando Mendoza audio, and let me play this before the break here. So this has resurfaced because he's getting ready to head. I don't know. He changed his LinkedIn profile or something. I don't know. Fernando,
what a dork.
He is a dork, and I'm sorry. I hate to do this. I think I'm out on Fernando Mendoza. I think he's kind of fake. I think it's all kind of contrived. It's a little Russell Wilson-y, man.
It is, but I feel like most quarterbacks are pretty fake.
Really?
Don't you think so? I do.
No.
Like, who's the most real quarterback? Baker Mayfield because he wants to fight coaches?
Are you talking NFL quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Baker's himself.
All right, I'll give you Baker, but like, you have to say certain things. You have to act like, oh, I care so much.
Well, no, I get that there's an element of there's a performative element to being in front of a camera all the time and always being asked. I get that, in like cliche answers. And it's like, oh yeah, but I think with Mendoza, it's a little thick. He's laying it on a little thick.
See, I buy the fact that he is a dweeb.
No, I don't think he can hide that.
Right, and so I think he's pretty authentic. Like he's just
dweeb. What a great word.
He's a dweeb.
Is
he not a, like, when you look at him and hear him talk?
He is a dweeb, but I think he's a dweeb who's also trying too hard
to be a dweeb,
to play up. I don't know. I just think he's trying a little too hard.
All right.
I'm sorry. I know he's the bee's knees right now, but I'm not buying it. Not buying it.
I'll take that.
Levon. So this has resurfaced from this is when he was at Cal. Can you remember that? He was at Cal. Isn't that wild to think?
He was fine.
Yeah, he was fine. I remember watching him. It's like, all right.
Yeah, good little player.
So he was at Cal and he was asked about why he does not date women.
To give some advice to a lot of these young guys that's in college right now, because me and you was talking earlier, you said, man, I don't have time for a girlfriend. So let's talk about the girls right now. Why don't you have time for the girlfriends?
I would say I know myself, and I know that it was such a short period of time that if I have a really, really good next 2 years, I can make it to the NFL, and I believe that I will make it to the NFL. However, at this point, I got to limit all distractions. I live a 3-minute walk from the facility where we have our weight room, our practice facility, so I think that's very important, living close, especially with the girls. You might find your first love in college and stuff like that, but I know that if I finish class at 6, like everything, I'm going to give everything my all. So if I have a girlfriend, I'm going to give her my all, and that means I'm going to go back from 6 to 9, just go, hang out with her and, maybe get dinner or something rather than maybe picking up dinner on the way back to class and watching extra film for the game week.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I got to respect it. Out of Mendoza. Sorry, ladies.
He threw a nice 69 joke in there, too.
He did.
So maybe he is faking
Again,
it.
he's doing bits. He's doing bits, man. I'm telling you.
You might actually sold me. That comment right there might actually sold me on it, because if you're a dork, you're probably not throwing a 69 joke in there.
Well, that and he's got the instant smile. Like the second the camera turns on, it's that smile. Yep. And it looks a little, I don't know. He says kind of the same things over and over, but then he just kind of changes the order. And it just feels very canned.
Can we confirm he doesn't have a girlfriend?
And he's got the fake cry. I don't think he does. It sounds like he has sworn off women until he makes a bunch of money in the NFL, which, listen, I'm telling you, dude, that has ruined a lot of men. See Sharon Moore.
That's what I was thinking the same
He's
thing.
smart.
No, because you want to find a girl that likes you for you before you have all the money. Once he's the number one overall pick, you're getting 50, 60 million bucks. Of course, all the women are going to want you.
Well, I know, but I think that this is, again, it goes back to Russell Wilson. I'm going to go right back there. You remember he was married.
Oh,
the second he got
lady.
$60 million, he dumped her. And now who's he with? Ciara.
Tom Brady as well. Tom Brady did that to his old wife too. And then
Right.
went to Giselle.
Yeah, so Mendoza's skipping that step.
Well,
He
yeah,
doesn't want to hurt someone's feeling. Look, I think they're a nice family. But it's a little somebody asked what's up with Mendoza's mom. She has MS. So she multiple sclerosis, which is a nasty disease, and she's in a wheelchair. But then the little brother, they show the little brother bouncing around up there every time something good happens for Indiana, and he hugs his mom every time, every play, every good play. Again, I think they're doing bits. I think they know the cameras are on them, and they're trying very hard to be liked by everyone and just be this lovable family and cash in on that. And that's okay. I may do the same. No, I probably wouldn't. But you know what I mean. I get what people are doing there, and so it's fine. It's just I just am out on Fernando Mendoza. If I see a Fernando Mendoza interview, I'm eye rolling.
They are pretty cringe. Like his post game stuff.
And doesn't his dad look like Signetti and Fernando Mendoza at the same, like it's like Signetti and Fernando Mendoza had a kid and it was Fernando Mendoza's dad. Very odd. The whole thing's odd. It's bizarre. I will say his Heisman speech was great.
Was good.
Yeah, he's a very bright kid.
See, I just think he is pretty dorky, and as I said, he's a dweeb, and so he tries to hide it and sound a little cooler than he is, but he can't. He just is who he is.
And now the elephant in the room here on this one is he's gay, which is why he's not dating.
Right. That's why he wouldn't date somebody.
And that may be true.
And that'd be great.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. I'm just saying, like, listen, if he's that focused,
But he's gay.
if he's that focused, that's a good thing. Go get that money and then worry about it.
You guys talked about this, I believe, earlier in the week or last week, like how, Tom Brady, how he's a psychopath and just wanted to work hard every single day and nobody wants to do it. I mean, it sounds like Mendoza's not Tom Brady-like.
Same idea.
Same idea, though. Like,
Doesn't care about anything else.
I just want to win. I want to make the NFL. I want to be successful. I don't want distractions.
Here's what's crazy. I just have to remind you, Tom Brady was married to Giselle Bündchen. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, the man had it all. 3 kids, worth hundreds of millions. She's worth more than he. Like, poke a hole in that.
He could take pay cuts because she made so much.
Exactly, and he did. And he was doing what he loved. Like, everything was perfect. And she divorced him because he could not quit football. Think about that. It's unbelievable. And it's not like he was 35. He was 40, 45.
Now he's out there doing Pizza Hut commercials.
I mean, he's got to regret it. He's got to.
With Giselle?
Yeah. I think he regrets it.
You think so?
Yeah. I know Tom. He texts me some.
Yeah. He does, huh?
So, anyway, I'm just...
Is he dating someone else or just lots of
No, I don't know.
Lots of others?
Probably lots of others. It's probably good to be Tom Brady now, too.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, that's how football... And you're right. Mendoza kind of seems to have that...
Or at least that's what he's portraying.
One-track mind. Yeah, he portrayed that all the way back at Cal.
Right. So maybe to your point, maybe he just practiced it all the way back then, but it seems pretty authentic.
It worked for him. Yeah, no, I would imagine he probably doesn't date. And he just... I mean, they just won a title. I mean, it's working. Don't switch it up yet.
Can you imagine not dating, though? Like, if I'm
They're not in college.
If I'm the number 1 overall pick and I'm not, like, dating...
Yeah. I will say this. He's going to regret that.
Right.
Because he's going to have all the money, and he's going to have success, and he probably will find a wife or a husband, whatever, and he's going to look back and go, maybe I should have.
He's a good Christian man, though. I'm sure he'll find somebody.
Yeah. Oh, no, I think he will. But college, like, is there ever a better time to just,
you got to talk to people and hang out.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's horned up. Everybody's drunk. I mean, it's like...
Except for Fernando Mendoza, apparently.
And they're all in the same area, like 30,000 of them.
You can't even go anywhere. You're kind of stuck there with other people that you're around the same age. What else
how
are
do
we
you not get laid?
What else are we gonna do?
All right. Well, there's a little Fernando Mendoza. Fernando Mendoza talk. I'm sure he's a great kid, great family. I just think he lays it on a little thick. Okay, coming up next. Yesterday we played the Jeff Halfley audio. He sounded excellent, unscripted, no no stumbles, thoughtful introductory press conference there in Miami. Today, his owner, or maybe it was yesterday, but I think it probably was yesterday. It's just going viral now. You're going to hear a little bit of his owner, and it might explain a lot. We will get to that coming up next, but first here is assistant coach Vaughn with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a SportsCenter update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the college football playoff has announced that they will continue to have 12 teams in their bracket for 2026. But there will be a few changes going along with it. First, there'll be an automatic bid to each Power 4 champ, regardless of ranking. And Notre Dame, if they are in the top 12, they are guaranteed an at-large bid in the final results, final bracket there. So had those rules been applied this season, Notre Dame would have been in the playoffs over Miami, and Duke would have been in the playoffs over James Madison. We were just talking about Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza. Well, he officially announced today that he will be entering the NFL draft. He is the huge favorite to be the number 1 overall pick by the Las Vegas Raiders after leading Indiana to a national championship. Former Oregon quarterback Luke Moga, he is committing to New Mexico, and coach Jason Eck. Former Colts and Chargers quarterback Phillip Rivers, he has completed an interview with the Buffalo Bills for their head coaching position. Rivers was coaching in high school and came back to play football this year for the Colts at the end of the year. Now he has an interview with the Buffalo Bills. And the Blazers beat the Heat last night to move to 23-22 on the season, and they're right back at it tonight versus the Raptors from Moda Center. Denny Avdia is doubtful. Robert Williams is questionable. Raptors are 3.5-point road favorites over the Portland Trailblazers. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy of Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy of WarrenAllen.com.
The home of Primetime with AM.
I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay.
Okay. One last little piece of audio here before we move on. I want to play Stephen Ross of the Dolphins. He's the owner. And, you know, I don't know. The NFL is weird. It's a weird operation because we're always talking about, like, why franchises filter through coaches when it kind of seems like out here on the outside we can all see that some of these are really bad hires and these guys won't last a year or two, but yet the franchises don't see it. It's really a bizarre place because, you know, the NFL owners are the alpha of sports owners. I mean, maybe European soccer owners, the ultimate alphas, but and some of them, I think some NFL owners are actually now dabbling in European soccer. I know that Kroenke is. There may be a couple of others, Glazers. But in the U.S., NFL owners are the kings. They are the most powerful lot, and they all have billions. They're way richer than the NBA owners and the baseball owners. But because they are so powerful, they get older and they turn into complete boobs, and still no one ever tells them no. So, like, see Jerry Jones. Like, if you want to explain the bad franchises in a simple way, you can just look there. Old rich white billionaires who think they're brilliant because they made a bunch of money, but now they're in their 80s and still no one will ever tell them no. They get whatever they want and everything they say is the greatest thing ever because everybody just laps it up. Even though we all know that their ability to make quality decisions and thoughtful decisions went splat years ago. That's bad NFL franchise. You know who is the only team to not make the NFC Championship game in the last 20 years? A little trivia for you off the cuff.
Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys. I mean, Jerry Jones, he's won titles.
That was 95 when they won their last title.
Oh, yeah. But they haven't even made the NFC title game
Right.
since 2006.
Right.
Or not even 2000. I mean, I'm just talking about the last 20 years.
Yeah.
That's the only team in the NFC that hasn't. Like, even the Falcons have, the Falcons made a Super Bowl.
Panthers.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's shocking. And now Jerry's just an old senile weirdo. And now I give you Stephen Ross. Like, Miami, it's just, Miami hasn't won a playoff game, I want to say, since the 90s. Am I right about that? They're shockingly bad. I mean, I'm trying to think of teams recently, Dolphins, that went. I don't think they've won a playoff game since the 90s, man.
Last playoff win for the Dolphins, 2000.
Okay, 2000.
AFC wildcard round led by quarterback Jay Fiedler.
Fiedler, yes.
Do you know who the coach was?
Wannstedt.
Yeah.
God, man. So the Dolphins are a bad franchise. The Browns, bad franchise. Raiders, bad franchise. I mean, you know who they are. And it's because of guys like this. So I want to play Stephen Ross. Dude, this is, now, granted, he's 85. So let's tread a little lightly here. But this is him yesterday introducing, he has a new GM, and then the new GM is the one that hired Jeff Hafley. And here is Stephen Ross, the Dolphins owner, at the podium introducing or talking about those two men.
This is our guy. And I'm very, very thrilled to really, welcome John Eric Sullivan as our general manager. The enthusiasm, the knowledge, the background, Jeff stood out amongst them all.
So you couldn't tell on the GM. He had to check his notes for the guy's name. And then, obviously, the same with Jeff.
Jeff.
Then he didn't even read his last name. He was like, oh, Jeff, yeah, that's his name. I mean, come on, man. He doesn't even know the name of his GM and his coach. How could this franchise possibly operate well when those... Now, it's one thing if you own the team and you know these things and you step aside and you let people... You hire good people and you let them do their thing. But these owners don't. They call all the shots.
That's the crazy part to me is if you're going to invest in a professional team, you've seen the blueprint for success. It's to hire the right people and get out of the way and let them do their job. None of them have, well, not all of them, but most have not learned that lesson of, I'm going to hire good people, get out of the way.
It's amazing. It really is amazing. Like, you and I know that. And we're just plebes down here in the real world. We're peasants. How did they not know that?
I mean, I guess probably because the way they've been successful is they take over. But at the same time, don't you have to be you have to be self-conscious about it.
And aware and like
self-aware.
Right. And growing. But they, I don't know. I mean, I think the Baltimore owner is pretty good in this regard. Seems to hire good people, get out of the way. And it's not all the NFL owners.
Well, that's why Robert Kraft and the Patriots are so good. They just let Belichick do everything, and he hired everyone that got out of the way. They went to the massage parlor.
Just one thing. One thing about Robert Kraft.
He had other hobbies.
He did, and that's fine. Does that make him a pervert? No, he was just horny. Okay? Oh, that's something we'll talk about later.
Can't wait.
But it bothers me a little bit that they got away with the not Brian Flores, the Gerard Mayo thing, and then got Mike Vrabel. Like, screw the Listen, we had to sit through 20 years of the Patriots dominating. Then they move on from Belichick, hire Gerard Mayo because they think he's the next big thing. He sucks. They fire him, and they somehow managed to get Mike Vrabel, who everyone knew was good. And he was out there when you were hiring Mayo, and he waited. He was still sitting there. Like, they're so freaking lucky. Mm-hmm. They're just lucky. And well, Robert Kraft is great. He is one of the good owners. I'm not saying he's like the Brady Belichick thing was luck. He knows what he's doing. I just think in this instance,
well, they got lucky. John Mayo sucked so bad that they figured it out after 1 year.
And I guess you got to give him credit for like saying, okay, 1 year is enough. Vrabel's out there. Let's.
Because a lot of franchises would be like, no, let's just roll it back, see if they can figure it out. No. They said, we're done. See ya. 1 year. And then they get, Drake May and Mike Vrabel, and now they're back.
But I'm not ready for the Patriots to be in the Super Bowl again.
We have to deal with all that BS again with the Patriots.
Right.
They are the most unlikable team in the NFL.
Yeah, a lot of people would say the Chiefs, I think.
The Eagles are up there for me.
I'm with you on that.
The tush-push thing can go right away.
Well, I don't like the Eagles because
Sirianni,
they kind of suck, but they still win.
Sirianni drives me nuts. They have that security guy on the sideline still that they love as like a mascot for him now.
Well, and they're Philly, let's be honest.
Philly, all of it.
So, did you see who's interviewing for the Bills job today?
I did.
So this is another one because that Pagula guy, he was the guy that shockingly unnecessarily stepped in and threw Keon Coleman under the bus the other day. These guys, they can't get out of their own way. Now they're interviewing Phillip Rivers for the head coaching job.
Last coaching gig for him was in high school, by the way, which was last year before he went to the Colts.
At least he's coached in high school. I mean, what is that? That, again, these guys, they can't get out of their own way. Like, is Phillip Rivers going to get that job and then bench Josh Allen for himself? Throw himself in there?
Ooh, the player coach? Backup quarterback?
I mean, what are we doing?
Save some money.
God. And the Blazers are kind of like this. Post Paul Allen.
Oh, they've been so dysfunctional, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you hope Tom Dundon.
Exactly.
His interviews have kind of been like, I want to be involved, but I kind of get out of the way at the same time. It makes me a little nervous.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing with owners is you can never tell them what to do. Like it's their team. They can. This is what Jerry Jones always says. Like, what are you going to do? Kick me out? I own the team.
Can't fire me, bro.
So yeah, I get it. You can do whatever you want, but if you want to win, I mean, you might want to take some advice,
right,
or get better. Paul Allen, at least you got to give him credit. Paul Allen, over the years, he learned and tried to get better as an owner. You could see his progression of, I think that didn't work. I'm gonna try this now, and the whole Bob Whitsitt, what was it? I'm not a chemistry major or something. Remember that? So he learned from that, and then never got over the hump. But I don't know. He was a really good owner. But then he dies, and then Jody, whatever.
Goes to hell.
At least with Dundon, is that his name? Tom Dundon. At least with that guy, we do have a track record with him with the franchise.
Right.
In Carolina.
Carolina Hurricanes, apparently they're good.
Yeah, and he's not bad. Good owner. So you got a shot.
Hey.
They just can't get here fast enough is the thing.
Right. And I feel like Dolphins fans are feeling the same way. Like Steven Ross can't go away fast enough.
But then, here's the other thing that happens, and this happens a lot in the NFL, is these guys don't want to sell these franchises, and so they go to their kids, and they're even worse. They're
Except
just
for,
silver spoon.
The Ursays in Indianapolis.
Are they good?
The daughters, they've done some different things.
Well, I think the jury's still out. But yes, I mean, you're probably better than Jim.
Right.
He was all pilled out. But Jerry's kids are running things, and they haven't done anything good.
The Bus family.
Yeah, like
They
give
did
me
some
a
good things, but
Clark Hunt. There's one. The Chiefs owner. What is his name? Was it Lamar Hunt? The original, the old guy. Back when I was there was Lamar. Clark is the kid, and he's won some championships. So it does. It can happen. It's just typically it just gets worse when it stays in the family. But again, I wouldn't. I don't know. I'm not. If I'm Jerry Jones, I'm not selling that.
no, I'd give it to my kid too.
Exactly.
What a great gift.
Exactly. And then if I'm the kid, I'm like, this is great. You better believe I'm in on these meetings.
I've been
I
playing
know
Madden
nothing.
my whole life. Now it's real life Madden.
I mean, imagine if you and I had billionaire dads and we were handed a football team.
I wouldn't be doing this.
Exactly. We'd be in the front office.
Yeah, and I'd have my hands on the NFL draft. I'd be doing draft prep.
Exactly. Which is exactly why our franchises would suck.
We're the Cardinals.
Oh, man. All right. College football playoff news today. We'll get to that coming up next on The Fan.
This is the
Okay, running behind. So we've got college football playoff news a little bit today, and then we're gonna talk next hour about what the Seahawks could have been named. Joey Harrington's coming up at 5:30, and we'll put a bow on Indiana's championship, and we'll see if he's booked his ticket. You know, the college football playoff title game next year is in Vegas. Yeah, so just what is that? 2-hour flight? Less than that?
Can we go live show?
Dude, all about it.
I'm in.
I got some connections at the Wynn. You know, they have the I think they call it the Blue Wire, or there's a studio in the Wynn.
I've never stayed at the Wynn. I would love to. I'm a Cosmo guy. We stay at the Cosmo when we go.
Tell you what, if Oregon goes, we should
we should
hook that up.
I'm in.
God dang. I like you.
I like you.
You and I would be trouble in Vegas together, I think.
Right in the butt?
Oh,
what?
Why would you play that?
I don't know, because we like each other?
Goodness. Yeah, that would be fun. Now I'm daydreaming about Vegas. I got to book a flight.
I haven't been
there
to Vegas in a minute, man.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think I went last year. That's sad.
Yeah.
Saved me money, though.
There was a stretch where I went to Vegas for the NCAA tournament like 4 or 5 years in a row.
Did you think that was fun, or is that overrated?
That was
it's
like
so crowded.
That was like when I was like 23 to 28 ish. So I was still like getting into gambling. So I thought it was a lot of fun. I mean, there's nothing like sitting in a sports book and just watching basketball all day.
Well, I was there for March Madness once, and we couldn't get into the sports book.
You gotta get there early, bro.
Yeah, right. And I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, I did.
Now my wife and I are just old. We go to dinner.
It's a little overrated, I will say, as an older person. I agree. The food there is great.
Yeah.
You got to get a good meal.
Yeah.
And then everything else goes with it.
All right. Let's get to the college football playoff news. We'll get to that next on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the college football playoff will continue to have 12 teams in the bracket in next year's playoff in 2026. There was rumors it would expand. It will not, but there are a few changes. An automatic bid now to each Power 4 champ, regardless of ranking. And if Notre Dame is ranked in the top 12 in the final poll, they are guaranteed an at-large bid. So had those rules been in place this year, Notre Dame would have been in the tournament over Miami, and Duke, who won the ACC championship, would have been in over James Madison. Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza, he has officially announced that he will be entering the NFL draft. He is a huge betting favorite to be the number 1 overall pick by the Las Vegas Raiders. Former Oregon backup quarterback Luke Moga has made his choice. He is committing to New Mexico, and head coach Jason Eck. Beginning August 1st, Division I teams can place up to 2 patches on their jerseys to make some more revenue. Now, rule committees before the postseason will decide how to handle those patches just in case they coincide with other sponsors of official college basketball, college football tournaments. Former Colts and Chargers quarterback Phillip Rivers, he has completed an interview for the head coaching gig of the Buffalo Bills. Blazers back at it tonight. They beat the Heat last night 23-22. They play Toronto today from the Motor Center. Then you have the doubtful Robert Williams questionable Raptors 3.5-point road favorites. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
All right, welcome back. Second hour of radio broadcast. Suk will be back on Monday. We got me, Rob, and you got the bald mamba over there, Stephen Vaughn. We're having a good time. Got Joey Harrington next hour. We will get into our official conference championship picks a little bit later. I did hear your Sports North there, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people critical of the NCAA allowing patches on jerseys now. It's pretty big news, but to me, I don't know. I think I'm in the minority. We've talked about this before. I never noticed that kind of stuff, unless I think people are worried it's going to be more like soccer jerseys or stuff you see overseas. But 2 patches, I don't know.
Yeah, if they're just the little patches, which they have to be right now, they have to be. I wrote this down. They have to be no more than 4 square inches.
Yeah.
So
it's like the NBA ones.
Yeah, so that stuff doesn't bother me. If it turns into where it's the full logo on the front of the jersey, that's a little different. Like if it's an airline or something, I don't want that. I do want that tradition of having your team on there somewhere. But if it's just a little patch, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just never really cared about that. And honestly, the NBA has it, and of course I don't watch a lot of NBA, but I never noticed it. I just don't.
A lot of it has
care.
become the brand of the team. Like it goes well with the jersey. The people actually it actually works, I think.
Well, and listen, if you're going to start paying players, this was inevitable. Here come the revenue streams. We've talked about this. NCAA has a lot of money it's left on the table because of things like this that they haven't tapped into. It's easy money. There's no reason not to do it. So the college football playoff came out today and said that they're going to remain at 12 teams for next year, which I was kind of hoping they'd go to 16. I'm not going to lie. Only because I think 16 is a nice clean tournament. No buys. You get more games on campus. And, look, I'm not one of these guys who's like, the other 4 teams that would get in would have no chance of winning it anyway. Okay, maybe not, but I don't care. It's the same as the NFL. Like the Panthers were in the NFL playoffs. They're not going to win the Super Bowl, but, they had a shot, and they damn near took down the Rams. So, I don't know. I just the more playoff games, the better. I love it. I love watching it. So I hope that someday they go to 16. Now, they're framing this as they want another year to evaluate it at 12, but the reality is they just can't agree on the size because apparently the Big Ten wants it to be 24. That's a lot.
It's a lot. I'm with you because I don't, I actually I don't like the college football playoff in general. Like I actually don't. I didn't mind it when it was just the top 2 teams or the top 4 teams going at it, and I understand why we have to expand it. But if we go to 24, there's going to be so many games that don't even matter and that don't, like the Alabama-Oklahoma game this year. Fun game. That had everyone knew they weren't going to get past the next round. Everyone knew they weren't going to win the national championship. So when we start expanding it out more, it's not like the NCAA tournament in basketball where you have these Cinderella teams that are the 12 seeds that can make runs, or Butler at the 9 seed, make a run to the national championship. We're just going to get a lot more games that nobody cares about. But as a gambler, I don't mind having more and more games involved. What I want though, Rob, is I want them to make it where the first 2 rounds of the college football playoff are home games.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
I'm with you on that.
I don't want these neutral site games.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, like we saw the Ducks Texas Tech game. There were so many empty seats in that crowd, and like Duck fans couldn't make it out there. Have that game at Autzen or have that game in Lubbock, and then see what that type of environment is. Give those teams with the bye an actual real advantage.
Yeah,
because we've seen the bye week teams lose every year. Give them a home game and see if that changes it up.
I'm with you on that. I think that would be cool. I think the playoff games on campuses are great, but I don't know. I think if you got a, I mean, yes, you're going to have teams that probably don't have much of a chance to win the tournament, just like I say in the NFL, but don't watch it. I mean, for their fans and their school, it's a huge deal. And who knows? Maybe they pull off a one-off upset, and then the other team pulls off a one-off upset in your bracket, and then all of a sudden you're playing a home game, the second game, and then you're like, now you're dreaming. Like, Loyola Chicago, they're not winning the NCAA tournament, but they got to the Final Four, right? So it's kind of like that. It's like, I don't know. It's dare to dream. It's sports. You never know. Let them play it out. So more games, the better for me. Now, the other element here is the Big Ten. They're interested in looking at how the committee handles more 2- and 3-loss teams next year, because the ACC and the SEC are going to 9-game schedules, and that is going to create more 2- and 3-loss teams. So how will the committee look at that? I think that is a fair thing to say, hey, we want to see how that goes. A few changes. The Power 4 conference champions are all guaranteed a spot in the tournament, and you may be going, if you don't follow it too closely, you may be going, well, I thought that was the case before. Not the case before, because if you remember, Duke won the ACC and wasn't even sniffing the tournament.
Yeah, that happened this past year.
Yeah, it's crazy. So Duke, a year too early, but next year, if the same scenario plays out, Duke beats Virginia, Duke gets into the tournament. That would also mean the other one is that Notre Dame is guaranteed a spot.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Well, I think that they're going to manipulate it. Like, for example, this year, let's just use this year.
Yeah.
So Notre Dame has cut a deal where, I don't know why it didn't apply last year, but it applies this coming year, where they are guaranteed a spot if they finish in the top 12. Well, if Notre Dame is in the 10, 11, 12 range, now if they're 7 or 8 or whatever, I think it changes, or even higher. You can't really manipulate it. But I think if they don't really think Notre Dame should be in the tournament, they're not going to put them in the top 12. You know what I mean? It's not like they're going to rank Notre Dame 11th and go, oh, darn it, now we have to put them in, even though we don't think they deserve to be in. Well, we put them in the top 12. We have to put them in. We'll just make them 13th.
Well, I sure hope that it turns out kind of like this year, where it was a disaster for the committee. Like, it was worst case scenario with Duke winning, because then they really had to say, okay, does head-to-head matter between Miami and Notre Dame? And eventually they said, okay, it does matter. We have to take that into account. I hope next season Notre Dame ends up around the 10, 11, 12 range, and they have to make a decision. Like, Notre Dame's number 12, but you have an Ole Miss that's number 11. You're going to have to boot out an SEC school that is higher ranked because Notre Dame's in the top 12. I hope that happens, because I hate the committee and what they do and what they stand for.
I think Notre Dame's out. I think the SEC,
but they couldn't be. If they're top 12, they're guaranteed a spot. And
well, but I'm saying they would manipulate.
They'd move them up.
They'd move them.
Right.
Yeah. put their SEC. They're in bed with the SEC ESPN.
They are.
There's a lot of politics.
And with all that said, Notre Dame would have been in this year because of it. Miami would have been out, and then Duke would have been in over James Madison because they won the ACC. And again, this year, I thought Notre Dame was one of a handful of teams that could have won the national title. So I thought they were that good. They just had lost 2 games.
Well, I mean, it's also telling. You mentioned yesterday, Indiana was kind of they're not an underdog. Obviously, they're the best team, but they're kind of an underdog, if that makes sense. Like it's a magical run. Miami got into the final and they had a drive to win the whole tournament. They almost didn't even get into the field. So I think that does show you there is more depth now in this tournament, and expanding it to 16 may not. I mean, maybe the 16th team can win the thing.
It really could. I mean, you are right because as a gambler, I love to look at the power rankings. Like Notre Dame is power rated higher than Miami was.
Yeah. Notre Dame was a good team.
Right.
They were certainly capable of winning that tournament.
Even though Miami beat them earlier in the year, Notre Dame was considered a better team than Miami. And then Miami, like you said, had a drive to win the whole thing. So that just shows you how good Notre Dame actually would have been in the argument of, well, this team can win it all.
Yeah.
When you had teams like Alabama, Oklahoma, Tulane, James Madison, all those schools, you thought they had absolutely no chance to win the whole thing. Even on Ole Miss, like going into the tournament, you thought they probably don't really have a real chance with no coach. And
they got pretty close.
They almost got there, though.
Yeah, they did. They almost got to the final. I think that's fun, and that bodes well for Oregon. It's no longer just pencil through Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama, all the blue blood. You can't do that now. The talent's too dispersed. There's too much parity. That's, it's anybody's ball game. Next year's championship, by the way, Vegas, as we mentioned, January 25th.
That seems late, man.
Crazy. That's like 2 days from now. And they still haven't decided. That's the latest they will have ever decided a champion. That is 25 days past when they should decide a champion.
College football just doesn't know how to capitalize on things. Like if you're going to go up against the NFL, you're going to lose. So make it different than the NFL. Don't try to. College football has been trying to copy the NFL of, having basically a salary cap now. You have to build your rosters. You got to go up against the playoffs. They're going up. They're being NFL light. That's not the right strategy. The thing about college football that we love is the pageantry and the excitement and the traditions. It's not about the actual football on the field because it's not as good as the NFL.
Yeah, I think they could wrap it up. And I think even Dan Lanning said this. They can wrap the season up if they change the schedule. They could wrap it up on New Year's Day
at the Rose Bowl.
Yep, that's it.
How hard would that be?
And the NFL, that's not. I mean, if it doesn't fall on a Sunday, there's no NFL, dude. It's your day.
We all love the Rose Bowl.
We
love it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just you'd have to move it up like a week.
They should put us in charge
of a lot of things.
There's
a lot of things we should be in charge of.
Yeah.
Teams.
NFL teams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when our dads get hand down our billionaire football teams. Yeah, college football.
I'm still waiting on that, Dad. Come on.
What did Mr. Vaughn do for a living?
He was a city of Portland Water Bureau worker.
Water guy.
Yeah. He's a big water guy. My brother-in-law works for City of Gresham, and he works in the water department area.
Okay.
Him and my brother-in-law talk about water all day. It's very not interesting.
Yeah, I bet not.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
I have a water question. We have a water bro. I think my water meter guy, or my water guy, my water bureau guy, he listens to the show, which I think is super cool.
Yeah, water bureau guys, they know about their water. I mean,
I find that kind of interesting, I guess. I don't know.
I don't. It's good for you.
My question is, so my water, you're right, this is really boring, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Yeah.
My water, what do you call it? It's not the meter, but you have to use the tank.
Did you just do this to me?
I did. What is that called? Where they check your water.
Coach, you high.
I don't know, man.
It's like out on the street usually or whatever. I forget what that's called.
The water meter?
Not the actual meter. Well, maybe that is the meter. I don't know.
Hey, water bro, check it, please.
I know nothing about water. Somebody so ours is outside our fence. Somebody has moved in next door. It's a rental, and they are parking on my water.
The water thing.
And I don't know. I don't know if that's okay. Like I don't know what to do. I assume it's okay.
Probably fine.
But what if Water Bro comes by and he wants to check my water?
Then they can't.
He can't. It's under a car.
Yeah.
So, but he can also park there. I mean, it's kind of like one of those. It's no man's land, and I don't own it. I think it's the city. It's like an old bus stop. So I don't know what to do. Tell me what to do, water guys, water bros.
Guys, get in.
Yeah, what's up with that? All right, I regret telling you all of that.
Coach, you high.
Coming up next. We've got to. It's in honor of the 50th anniversary of the Seahawks. I saw a story of the old fellow that named the Seahawks. What they could have been named next on The Fan.
AM.
Well, we got there on the water talk. That is just my water meter out there. You'll be happy to know. And according to Water Bros, I tell you, we got a lot of Water Bros out there texting in here. They'll just come back and check it another time if a car's parked on it. I was thinking it was like a shutoff valve or something, but it's not because that's up towards the house. So it's just really how they... You should know this. Your dad was a Portland water guy. Why didn't you know this?
You know, it's a good thing that we're in sports radio, not in water.
Do water people, like, was your dad, did he have a passion for water? Like, I always wonder, people that get into those jobs, like, how do they get those jobs?
He didn't. He wanted just the consistency, like a consistent paycheck. So he just, he wanted to go work for the city of Portland because he thought, once you get in, if you do well, you just
stay
working.
there.
Yeah.
Career.
Right.
Nothing says consistency like the city of Portland.
So he thinks it's weird that I've like moved around and done a bunch of different jobs in my life.
Right. Well, there's something to be said for that. I have my dad's brother worked at Dillon's, that's like a Kroger.
Okay.
Out in Kansas. That's all he did his whole life. And he's one of those boomers that pinched every penny, but he's got millions.
Well, those
and he's retired.
Those stores get you. Like I was a Costco worker, they try to trap you and pay you decently, treat you fine, and then you stay there for life.
Well, and they incentivize you to stay there longer.
Yeah.
And then
I was told by a lot of the lifers, get out when you can.
Of this biz?
No, of Costco.
Oh, Costco. Really?
Yeah.
I thought that's like don't they say Costco's like the best place to work in the country?
It's a great job, but they said if you like want to actually like go and try to do something else, you just have to quit one day, because if you don't, you'll stay there and they pay you more and then they move you up and they bump up, and then
there's nothing wrong with that.
Then you're getting paid $30 an hour to be a cashier, and I mean it's super easy.
Why didn't you do that? I mean, look at you. Look at this. You're working with us.
I regret it every day.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I know. I
should have stayed at Costco.
Pushing carts right now.
Unbelievable. Okay. We through with the water talk?
I think so.
A lot of Water Bros here. Somebody says they're working on my BIL. What do you suppose that is? Some project, and he's like, I'm probably working on with your BIL. Does he mean Bill? Does he know Bill is spelled with 2 L's? Water Bros educated? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, your dad was, obviously.
Educated? Like, properly educated?
Yeah, where did he go?
He didn't. I think that's why he wanted to work for the city of Portland.
Yeah, see, I feel like Water Bros sneaky fun at the bar,
Yeah, like my brother-in-law, he doesn't have a formal education. One of the smartest guys I've ever met, no formal education, and so he thrives at this job.
Interesting. Well, I saw
I'm too smart.
You are too smart. That's pretty obvious.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, you never know, man. Radio producers, it's a great gig. Could go a long way.
We'll see.
No, probably not.
Probably
not at Odyssey. Not here, man. Although I guess the other companies are worse. It's like a race to the bottom.
It is.
You're at the leader.
I'm the best of the worst.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
It's like in sports when you have like a really bad team, but you have the best player on the bad team.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So
it's gonna look. Our relationship is either gonna last another week, or it's gonna be 7 more years.
Yeah.
Well,
we came to the conclusion that you're like Joel Embiid. Like when you're here, you're the best, but
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that's the kind of.
Yeah, I'm always hurt.
Yeah, but you're always hurt.
Yeah.
Where I'm like I'm the really good player on a really bad team. I'm like LaMelo Ball.
Okay, I like how you look at it.
Thank you.
The Seahawks are playing in the NFC Championship game on Sunday. I don't know if you know that. They're playing the Rams. We'll get to the actual game later, but I saw a video of a guy by the name of Tom Barnum. And so this is in honor of the 50th anniversary of the Seahawks. And I guess the Seahawks got their name through a radio contest. Radio is a big deal, kids. And particularly back in 1975. And Tom was listening to the radio in Seattle, and he discovered a Name the New NFL Team contest. So they did this piece on Tom, and Tom was they picked the Seahawks, and that was his entry, and so he's famous for it now. And probably I don't know, they probably gave him like an autographed Seahawks flag or something, and he's very proud of it. And they said they had over 20,000 entries. And among the entries, there are some freaking great names that the Seahawks could have been. just some of them: Aardvarks, the About Timers, which I think is great, even though they would never use that, the Aerotex, the Osprey, the Mariners. Tom submitted the Mariners, the Sockeyes, the Bigfoots, the Pike Street Misfits. And now, if they had the balls to go with that, that would have been fantastic. The Apple Knockers, the Blue Sounders, the Bumbershoots. You ever been to Bumbershoot?
No.
The festival up there?
No.
With all the boats and everything. Billy Goats, the Bayhawks, the Clouds, the Clam Diggers. Ooh, that's a little creepy.
You gotta be careful with that.
That's a little cringe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Crabs, the Chinook. How about this one? The Seattle Dreadnoughts. The Fairies, the Skippers, Sounders, okay, became the soccer team. The Sockeyes, the Lumberjacks, the Soggies, Seattle Soggies.
It's not bad.
The Zodiacs. How about the Weather Beaters? The Seattle Weather Beaters.
I mean, these can't be real.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You gotta think outside the box. The Electric Loggers.
Sometimes we overthink these things.
Well, listen, these are fans. One of them was Diarrheas. So, I mean, you know you're going to get
I'll
that.
take the Weather Beaters over that.
The Electric Loggers, I don't know why they have to be electric, but the Sawdust Eaters, another great one. Salty Dogs, that would have been good.
The Salties.
Yeah. The Rainbirds, the King Crabs, the Kelpers, Lucky Loggers, Puget Puffers, which I think is a good one. The Rainhawks, which would have been good. Squids, Sun Dodgers, and Space Needlers. That's just some of what the Seahawks could have been named.
I kind of feel like Seahawks might be at the top of the list.
I don't.
Really?
I think there were better names than the Seahawks in there.
Okay.
But not, I mean, Seahawks is fine. Safe. It was a safe play.
It's a safe play. I don't mind it.
Pike Street Misfits, that's badass.
Yeah.
They would never do it, but.
Seattle Misfits.
Yeah. PSMs. All right. Coming up next. Oh, it's already in the news. Cool. I've got some people who. Have you ever seen the Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia? You ever seen that show?
Yes, I have.
Or it's a documentary. They are the trashiest of the trashy. I've got some folks up here that may rival the Wild and Wonderful Whites. We'll get to that next on In the News. But first, here is the Bald Mamba with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the College Football Playoff has announced that they will continue to have 12 teams in the bracket next season for 2026. There was talk of expanding to 16 or maybe even 24 by the Elite 12. Again, there are a couple rule changes, though. They will now have an automatic bid for each of the Power 4 champions, regardless of ranking. And if Notre Dame is ranked in the top 12 in the final poll, they will have a guaranteed at-large bid in the bracket. So had those rules been in place this season, Notre Dame would have been in over eventual national champion runner-up Miami, and Duke, who won the ACC, would have been in over James Madison. Speaking of Indiana, they won the national championship, and now their quarterback Fernando Mendoza has officially announced that he will be entering the NFL draft. He is the huge favorite to be the number 1 overall pick by the Las Vegas Raiders. Former Oregon backup quarterback Luke Moga has made his commitment. He is committing to the University of New Mexico, and head coach Jason Eck. Former Colts and Chargers quarterback Phillip Rivers has completed a job interview with the Buffalo Bills for their head coaching position. Blazers beat the Heat last night. They are now above 500 at 23-22 on the season. They are right back at it again tonight versus the Raptors from Moda Center. Denny Avdia is doubtful. Robert Williams is questionable for the Trailblazers. Raptors are 3.5-point road favorites over the Trailblazers. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of the firm of Harris and Meringue. Weekday.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. What?
All right, moving right along here. It is January 23, 2026. It is time now for In the News. I am your noted, humble, sexy, classy newsman. Thank you. Please be seated. It is brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Today, we are celebrating National Handwriting Day. How do you feel about your handwriting, Stephen?
Very poorly.
Levon?
It's not great. Not terrible. It's legible. When I was in first or second grade, I remember I got like a failing grade in it. I was really upset about it.
Does it bother you that you don't have very good handwriting? Like, you can improve it if it bothers you.
No, it doesn't bother me. Who writes nowadays?
Yeah, there's not much writing.
Don't we
going
just
on.
text and type?
Yeah. Do they still? I mean, your kids learning how? I mean, well, they know how to write. They're 11 and 7. I just mean, like, how much is taught in school now? Like,
Well,
you know?
I don't
Do you even know?
I don't think a lot, but
Do your kids go to school?
No. I got reassured today by Coach Vaughn, actually, that my kids are doing just fine at school because there was a couple questions I had, and I'm like, shouldn't they be farther ahead in certain things? And she said no. And she went and asked other teachers, and they all said no, they're perfectly fine where they are. But I feel like it's a lot lower than when we were kids. Like, they put so much more pressure on us.
So you basically asked your wife, should our kid be this much of an idiot?
Should it be smarter? Basically, yeah. And she said, no, they're smart.
No, they're good.
They're smart.
Okay. Well, I just wonder how much handwriting they're teaching. Like, do they teach cursive
No.
anymore?
No.
It's not even a thing.
I haven't seen my kid do cursive ever.
So if you asked your kid to do cursive, they could
No
not
chance.
do it?
No chance.
Wow. That's interesting. I guess you don't really need it.
They don't even have homework.
What do you mean they don't have homework?
They
what
don't
the hell
have-
school is this?
They don't have homework.
Why?
I don't know. Coach Vaughn said it's something now it doesn't actually help or something. I don't know. I don't buy it.
New analytics?
Yeah.
Confirm homework's bad?
Confirmed that homework is bad. Just like we thought homework was bad.
Yeah, we knew it.
It's been confirmed. So it may just be this school also. I don't know.
They don't know the plight of homework.
They don't. So I'm a little worried about it when they get older and they have to do stuff at home.
Right. Huh. Interesting. Well, I've been long out of that game. It is also National Pie Day, which I find, I've said this before, but controversially, I find pie overrated. I think it's basically just filling with soggy crust. And I don't know, I think we can do better as a country, as a world, as a people. Actually, we have done better. We have a lot of great desserts. Pie is not even in the top 5 of my dessert choices. You a big pie guy?
I tend to agree with you. I think pie is a little overrated. I mean, a good berry pie with some ice cream is good, but outside of that, like pumpkin pie, I think is kind of gross. I think
it is. It's like filling, right?
Yeah,
it's not even
good.
Like it should be inside of a donut or something.
Right. I agree. If you want to just go basic desserts, I'd rather have like ice cream or something like that.
Ice cream is just. Can you beat ice cream? Like if you had to pick one dessert, and that's it for the rest of your life,
it's a 10 out of 10.
You got to go ice cream.
Right, because there's so many varieties. You can change it up.
Yeah. What a great dessert.
Great idea by whoever Mr. Ice Cream was.
Yeah, who invented ice cream?
Mr. Ice Cream.
Okay. So we've got some folks here. So I was mentioning the Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. If you have not seen that documentary, it's hard to describe. We did a whole hour of club hour on it one time years ago, but they're just these white trash people that live in West Virginia, and they couldn't be any more dysfunctional and trashy, and in and out of the system, and you know the story. I wonder, these people from Scappoose, I wonder if they rival the Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. So I was reading about this story from New Year's Eve, where officers with the Scappoose Police Department investigated a promiscuous shooting, found 2 dead tortoises and 2 neglected turtles while serving a search warrant at a home last week. According to court documents in the case, the investigation began after a raucous New Year's Eve bash at the home of Daniel Salvi's girlfriend, Casey Satchel, and her 3 children, one of which alarmed multiple neighbors with its alleged recklessness. An officer spoke with the 15-year-old son, who was in juvenile detention in Longview at the time, after being picked up for an unrelated incident. The interview was intended to get an idea of the teen's home life. He told police that Salvi had been drunk on New Year's Eve at their home on Northwest Manor Drive and shot a handgun up into the air just before midnight. Salvi also had the teen's 9-year-old brother shoot a pistol into the air. It should be noted, I had an open child abuse investigation against Daniel Salvi, the investigating officer wrote. It should be further noted that Daniel and his girlfriend Casey were not cooperating with law enforcement. There's more. Salvi had previous misdemeanor convictions in Oregon, including several DUIs. He was arrested for DUI again in 2024, but the officer could not find an outcome for the case. He had previously received a concealed handgun license, then had it revoked in May of 2025. Neighbors say that Salvi was setting off huge explosive fireworks which shook nearby homes. One neighbor said that they sounded like homemade explosives, and another said that one of the explosives sounded like a landmine went off. When one of the neighbors asked Salvi to knock it off, they reported that he walked back to the house before the neighbor heard a rapid series of gunshots. I mean, I think this is the Wild and Wonderful Whites, Longview Scappoose edition. Another neighbor didn't want to get too involved in the investigation for his own safety, but Satchel's children had come over to the neighbor's house during disturbances in their home before. Yet another neighbor reported witnessing Salvi emptying multiple magazines into the air that night with his handgun angled toward Highway 30. In a stunning turn of events, the neighbor suspected that Salvi was drunk and noted there were multiple adults and children nearby.
Coach, you high.
Yikes. Boy, I tell you what, that is exactly, like if you said, hey, Rob, what do you think goes on out on Manor Drive in Scappoose on New Year's Eve? That is exactly what I think goes on Manor Drive in Scappoose on New Year's Eve.
If you're the neighbor, like, how much are you just avoiding those people? Like, you pull in at the same time, you're just avoiding eye contact at all costs. Go to the mailbox at the same time, just don't look at them.
You and I are, but I feel like the neighbors out there, they're probably buds.
Okay, Bob, what's up, man?
Salvi, shooting up again.
Salvo, what are you doing tonight? New Year's Eve.
Jesus. It's wild. It's wild out there. Does Derek Anderson still live out there? Remember him? The old quarterback? He's from Scappoose. Wonder what he's up to. Well, I mentioned the other day that Oregon has one Winter Olympian. That is not true. We have 4. So remember, the Winter Olympics are getting underway. I think the opening ceremonies may be February 5th. I don't know. I'll get into the Winter Olympics. I'll forget about them, but then, inevitably something will grab my attention. I always like the Olympics. I mean, I don't need them in my life, but when they are there, it's like, okay, well, I'll watch this. You sit down at night, maybe check out a few events. Some better than others, but we've got Sean Fitzsimmons. So these are the Oregonians. There's only 4 participating in the upcoming Winter Olympics in Italy. Sean Fitzsimmons is slopestyle. He's from Hood River. We have halfpipe Alessandro Barberi, who is from Portland in the halfpipe, bro. Hunter Hess is free ski from Bend, and Jacqueline Wiles is alpine from Aurora. They have all qualified for the Winter Olympics in Italy. Snowboarding, free skiing, and downhill skiing. You get into the Winter Olympics at all?
I mean, everyone knows they're not as good as the Summer Olympics, so definitely not as much. But I will say, I feel like the Winter Olympics, you have to be just so overly talented to do what you do. I feel like in the Summer Olympics, there's certain things that, had I focused on that rather than play basketball or I was from a different country, I could have made the Olympic team. Team handball.
Oh, boy. You think that?
I think I could have been a pro handball player.
Just because there's so few people playing it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Or you were exceptional at handball?
I would have been good at handball. I'm big, I'm strong, I'm fast, I can throw hard. I'm not afraid of contact. You ever watched handball? Those things are...
I have not.
Handball is a fun game, man. You basically... It's basically soccer, but with your hands. And you just throw the ball in the goal.
Well, why didn't you do
it? You
it?
can check people. Because it's not America. USA.
Should we form a fan handball team?
I played real sports, Isaac Rob. I don't play fake sports.
Are there videos of you balling out online?
No, I'm too old. That was before.
That was before the internet?
That was before the internet.
Wait, what years were you at Concordia?
Let's see. That would have been 2000.
I'm looking you up.
2008 and 2009. That was like I was there basically a couple years before like everything got documented. But I do have I have a couple screenshots of like pictures of myself.
I just want to see what your hair look like.
I can send you hair pics. You want some hair pics to go with some stitty pics?
Yeah, I do. I don't see. Are you sure you played at Concordia? Are you lying to us?
Google me.
I did. I see nothing.
What'd you type?
Is Cliff Wegner your coach?
He was at Clackamas Community College.
I don't know. I typed Stephen Vaughn, Concordia University, 2008. I got nothing. You're a fraud.
Dude, Stephen Vaughn, Concordia basketball. It's Vaughn and Oaks power Cavs past Multnomah.
You remember that game, do you?
No.
All right.
Stephen Vaughn, I can look. I'm looking at my stats right now at Concordia. 18 points a game.
I don't care about your stats. I want to see photos.
I just want to see my stats, babe.
How not to rob a bank. Got a local bank robbing story. I'll get to that coming up next on In the News on The Fan.
Dirt and a.m.
All right, this is in the news, Jan 23, 2026. Who is Tucker Wetmore? Do you know who Tucker Wetmore is? Vaughn?
Never heard of bro.
LaVaughn. Apparently he's a country singer. Looks a bit like Bradley Cooper, at least in this photo I'm looking at. They've just announced that he is going to play the halftime show at Lumen Field on Sunday.
What was his name?
Tucker Wetmore. I don't know. I guess he's from Kalama. I'm not in love with the fact that they're going to do a country act. I mean, I guess Macklemore's kind of old now.
Well, they had Lil Jon the other game.
Well, but don't they do like local people where they're playing? Like, where's Lil Jon from?
I don't think he's from Atlanta, but he was doing.
He was playing the Seahawks game.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they like to do the local people. I don't know. Where's Pearl Jam, man?
Yeah, Lil Jon did the halftime show for the Seahawks 49ers game.
And he's from Atlanta?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this guy's playing because he's from Kalama. I just think it looks weird. Like, if the game's in Nashville, I get it, country music, but it kind of makes you look a little hicky when you do a country show up in, like you want to show off Seattle, like Seattle's finest.
A little grunge.
It's not this guy. Yeah, where's Pearl Jam? Come on, let's go big. It's a big game. How not to rob a bank. This from Seattle as well. An unexpected find at a Seattle Goodwill led to the arrest of a suspected bank robber. A man entered the Columbia Bank on Broadway Avenue East. He approached the teller with a robbery note saying he was armed with a gun and demanded cash. The teller gave the man money and the suspect fled on foot before authorities arrived. Okay. Well, a couple hours later, an employee at the Capitol Hill Goodwill on Belmont Avenue East found an obvious bank robbery note in one of the changing rooms and called 911. So then they were able to review the security footage from the thrift store, and they located and arrested the suspect. The 49-year-old man was still in the area. They were able to recover the cash believed to be taken from the robbery. Detectives who interviewed the man at the police headquarters determined that he was also behind a similar bank robbery the day before, downtown. The suspect was booked. Almost got away with it. I mean, how do they get it? How do they get him if he doesn't leave the note in his jacket or whatever that was? You know what I mean? Like, you're close. That was close.
I'm with Sook, man. Some of these felons, I guess they're not felons, but some of these, bad guys, they just don't know what they're doing.
You think?
Yeah.
What a hot take that is.
Thank you.
No, they're idiots.
Which is why I guess they're robbing banks.
That's right.
But, I mean, don't you plan these things? Or is it just all...
Well, I mean...
Like, you just wake up, you're like, I'm going to rob a bank today.
Probably not. It's probably just the drugs. But, I mean, like, he was close if he just remembered the note. Or would... Maybe not. Maybe they... Yeah, because I don't know how else they would have checked the cameras if it weren't for the note.
Yeah.
Close. Next time, fella.
Yeah.
Get him next time. You're only 49. You got time.
I mean, how long do you go to jail for something like that?
I think a long time. It's a federal crime.
Okay. So he may not get another chance? Like, this was his one opportunity?
I don't know.
That's too bad.
I wonder if... Do you think it's better to rob a bank in certain states? Seeing as how banks are all federal... I mean, it's all federal crimes, like... But do you think it'd be better to rob a bank in Texas than Oregon?
I mean, probably like the different towns. Like, if it's a small town, probably easier to get away.
Yeah. If they don't have a Goodwill.
Right. Right.
I think in Oregon you'd take your chances because they wouldn't prosecute you.
They don't care.
They don't prosecute anybody.
They gotta save foxes.
Yeah, wolves. The gray wolves. That's right. That's right. All right. That is in the news for Jan 23, 2026. Thank you. It is brought to you by the Advocates Injury Attorneys at advocateslaw.com. All right. A key blazer has gone down. The USC Trojans have a new defensive coordinator, and dare I say it is a hell of a hire. And who knows, other headlines coming up next on The Fan.
from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by Mountaintop Metal Roofing. No maintenance, energy efficient, fire resistant, and a lifetime warranty. Do it once, do it right. Visit mountaintopmetalroofing.com. First on the Fan, the college football playoff will continue to have 12 teams in the bracket for 2026. There was thoughts that it may expand to 16 or 24 teams. It will stay at 12, but there are a few changes. Automatic bids for each Power 4 champion, regardless of ranking, will get into the tournament, and if Notre Dame is in the top 12, they will be guaranteed an at-large bid. So had those rules been put into place this season, Notre Dame would have gotten in over Miami, and Duke, who won the ACC championship, would have been in over James Madison. Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza, he makes it official today. He announces he will be entering the NFL draft. He is a huge favorite to be the number 1 overall draft pick by the Las Vegas Raiders. Former Oregon quarterback Luke Moga, he is committed to where he wants to play next year, and that will be at the University of New Mexico with head coach Jason Eck. Former Colts and Chargers quarterback Phillip Rivers, he has completed an interview with the Buffalo Bills for their head coaching position. And the Blazers beat the Heat last night, moved to 23-22 on the season. They're back at it tonight against the Raptors from Moda Center. Denny Avdia is doubtful. Robert Williams questionable for the Trailblazers. Raptors 3.5-point road favorites over the Trailblazers. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
All right, welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Friday. It is me, one half of your sportsman, Isaac. Big Sook is not over there.
Oh, dude.
He's in Arizona, I think. And we do have Stephen Vaughn, new producer, Vaughn Control, LaVon James over there. So coming up this hour, we're going to get Joey Harrington on at 5:30. We will discuss Indiana winning the college football playoff championship. And I'd like to ask him about all the turnovers. As a guy who played quarterback, we were talking about this yesterday. There have been so many turnovers in these NFL playoffs. How, as a guy who played the position, how do you view turnovers and how do you limit turnovers? I mean, obviously sometimes the ball's going to go off A.J. Brown's hands or whatever, and you can't control some of them, but I just am fascinated by that and how the guy who's played the position might, how they thought about, and he thought about turnover. So we'll get to that coming up 5:30 here. Coming up tonight in the club, we got a little TV talk. There's a show tonight that's going to be on TV that it's possible we could see a man die, although they probably won't show it. That said, it's probably the only reason any of us are tuning in. So we'll talk about that tonight in the club. And hopefully we'll get to my perv or just horny story, which we didn't get to yesterday. A couple of headlines today here in sports. We do have Denny Avdia hurt, and that's a shame because he's been playing great for your Blazers, and he is likely not to play tonight.
Blazers
Against the Raps. The Raps are here with Pascal Siakam.
Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady.
Yeah, they're all still on the team. So, really it's the only good thing the Blazers have going, right? Am I wrong about that?
No, he's awesome. He's a legit good player, and he gets star calls, which is very rare to jump from like a role player to a star type of player, and he's done it so far. It remains to be seen if he can be like the go-to guy on a good playoff team, but He can be the best player on a play-in team or maybe a 6 seed right now, which I think the Blazers should be competing for. So yeah, he's been really good, and he plays hard every night, which is something we've talked about numerous times. Rob, is just these NBA guys, sometimes they don't play hard, they don't care. Like Denny Avdia cares and plays really hard night in and night out. So it is a shame to see if he misses games.
Why did the Wizards get rid of him?
Because they're stupid.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Thank you.
I think that's right.
They traded him for 2 first-round picks and Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah. The first were, I mean, that sounds like a lot, but what were the first?
But the first-round pick was in the draft that had nobody good in it. They got Bub Carrington out of the deal.
Oh.
And I don't know if they made the second first-round pick yet. Or maybe they traded for something else. I don't know. But I don't know why they traded him.
Well, he's got a back injury.
He's got a back injury now. So
that's tough.
Yeah, it's one of those things
those
where,
linger.
Yeah, because he was out for a couple of games, came back for a couple of games, and now he's back out with it again. It's one of those things where you just jump and land wrong, and then it just kind of flares up. So we'll see.
Hey, they took care of the Heat last night. So Toronto tonight, a little back-to-back. USC has a new defensive coordinator they hired today. They have hired former TCU head coach Gary Patterson. He was most recently at Baylor. And I tell you what, he did a great job at TCU. As a matter of fact, at one point when he was at TCU, he spent like 20 years there. He was considered one of the best coaches in college football. And a little fun fact about Gary Patterson, because I had to refresh my memory as to his, his career path. Did you know that Gary Patterson coached for the great Oregon Lightning Bolts?
No.
In 1992. He did. Yes, it was the Professional Spring Football League. Now, it did fold before he could even collect a paycheck, but he was here. They were supposed to play at Civic Stadium. And for the fine people of Portland, Gary Patterson was on the coaching staff. I don't think he was the head coach. He was on the staff, but they folded the whole league before he could even get paid, because apparently the Miami Tribe had played one game, and where they traveled, they stiffed their hotel. They didn't pay their hotel bill, and they had their equipment seized by the police as collateral. So it didn't get off to a very good start, the league.
Never a good start, yeah.
No, that's probably not a good way to start it out. Turns out the league never got their startup funding, and they never even got started. RIP, the PSFL. But Gary Patterson coached in Portland for, I think, like a week. Anyway, I think that's a good hire. USC, hiring him as their defensive coordinator, he was good.
Does it worry you that he hasn't actually been a coach since 2021?
Yes.
Because he's been an assistant to the head coach, so he's assistant to the regional manager, not a real coach. And then he's been a consultant. So he hasn't been like an actual coach for a couple years now.
Yeah, it does worry me a little bit. I wonder what the hell that's about.
It seems like a weird hire, but like Lincoln Riley needs the win. I feel like you could have gone with someone that's been in the game.
Why? I mean, Patterson, but he has the pedigree.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he does.
Or you think he doesn't now because he hasn't?
I don't know.
Maybe he's just been sitting on the sideline, sitting on a pile of money, like he's like ready to get back into the game.
It just seems to me, if he hasn't been an actual coach for a couple of years, it just is kind of a strange hire. Now, I think it could work because you are right. He was one of the best at the time.
Hey, I'd let him coach my defense.
Yeah, at TCU he was excellent. So maybe it works out. But I feel like in a must-win year for USC, maybe go with someone a little more in tune with everything going on right now.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. He's 65, if you're wondering. What else? Guess who leads the American Express Championship at La Quinta? Scotty Scheffler.
I saw that.
Yeah. Why aren't you putting that in your sports snort? The people deserve the golf news.
Well, I knew you would tell them, so I want you to break the news.
Yeah, Scheffler's tied for the lead. Let me check. 17 under after 2 rounds. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
This kid, there's a kid by the name of Blades Brown. He's 18 years old. Dude, he shot a 60 today. He's 18. He started birdie, eagle, birdie, 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 birdie. That any good? Oh my God. The next Tiger Woods. Anyway, he's tied for the lead with Scotty Scheffler at 17 under. He went 12 under today. Good grief. Anything else to report before we move? Oh, Phillip Rivers is interviewing for the Bills head coaching job for some reason. And the College Football Playoff has announced that it is staying at 12 teams for next season. But all Power 4 conference champions are guaranteed a spot. So Duke, they won the ACC a year too early. Can you believe Duke won the ACC? That's wild.
Poor Duke.
Yeah, It's hard. Do you see they're suing their quarterback?
Yeah.
They're suing Darian Mensah.
Yeah,
He's probably going to have to stay there.
because apparently he's on the contract that was 2 years. You can't just up and leave.
Yeah, these guys. Why are these? Who is advising these guys?
I don't think anybody. It's a wild, wild west.
But they have agents. They have attorneys. I mean, because they're always commenting. Like Mensah's agent said declined to comment. Well, how about comment to him about what he should do? Like, I don't understand.
Well, I would think that their agent went up to Menzo and was like, "Hey, you can sign this deal with Duke. 2 years, $10 million. You're gonna make $5 million a year." And he's like, "Yeah, let's do that." Because he's seeing a guaranteed $10 million when he's not looking in the mirror and saying, "Oh, if I have a good year, I can make 6 or 7 next year." They're thinking about it right now.
Yeah,
instant gratification.
But in this instance, apparently Miami came calling. So this was the last day of the transfer portal, and he puts his name in, even though Duke thought they had him back. You can't be doing that. Like, you signed a deal. And Miami was like, we'll pay you more. He's like, all right. Well, did you not run that by your agent? Say, hey, you can't do that? Anyway, he's probably going to have to stay at Duke, much like Damon Williams at Washington. These morons. Anyway, those are your headlines for the day. Let's talk about what will happen in the NFL this weekend. We will tell you exactly how it will go down and make some picks coming up next on The Fan.
6:30 a.m.
All right, our weekly visit with Oregon Duck great Joey Harrington is coming up next. But first, we must, this is going to be our last chance to tackle the championship games. Talked a lot about them yesterday. I think you kind of, if you've been listening to us, you know how we feel, how we're thinking about these games. But now we gotta put our money where our mouth is, Levon. Let's talk about it. The first game is Denver, New England in Denver. I think we're on the same page here that Stidham is won't be as bad as everyone might think or some might think.
Yeah.
But I also don't trust him, and I begrudgingly am penciling the Patriots into the Super Bowl.
I agree with you. I would take Denver plus the points, and I think it's more because I don't think Bo Nix is that great either. Like, I don't think it's that much of a downgrade to go from Bo Nix to Jarrett Stidham. And so I think Sean Payton coached up Bo Nix to be an average quarterback, and I think he can coach Jarrett Stidham up to be a slightly below average quarterback, if that makes any sense. So I think we kind of overreacted in the point spread there, but I'm with you. I think the Patriots get the win, but I think this is a 3-point game going forward. And it wouldn't surprise me if the Broncos win just with old Stiddy and Sean Payton, because I do trust Sean Payton to do it. He's had a lot of success with backup quarterbacks, but I mean, I can't pick Jarrett Stidham to go all the way if I make a pick. So I think Patriots win, but I think the Broncos do cover.
Yeah, I think that in this game it's interesting because I don't have faith that Denver can ultimately win the game with their backup quarterback. But the Patriots give me no confidence, you know? Like then I start to think about the Patriots and I go, well, why not Denver? Because I know the Patriots have a good defense. I know Drake May had a nice year, but I keep going back to the sacks. They have taken more sacks. They took like 58 sacks. Drake May, it's amazing that he's had the numbers that he's had, considering how often he's been sacked. And Denver sacks the quarterback more than any other team.
Drake May holds on to the football a long time.
Yes.
Because he wants to survey. He wants to make the big play, and I think that could hurt you in a game like this with the Denver crowd. That place is tough to play. You know, the weather's going to be cold. I think there's a lot of things that point to me that Denver can keep this close. I do think ultimately with Jarrett Stidham as a quarterback, you can't pick them to win, but I think they can keep this game close. I think it's a low-scoring game, and I think it's going right to the wire.
Yeah, I think it's going to the wire too, man. I feel like Denver's going to drag them into deep water, and we'll see what happens. And, you know, if they do that, anything can happen. Sean Payton, with his QB2 in his career, he's had 17 games with his QB2, and he is 13-4 in those 17 games. So I begrudgingly pencil through the Patriots. I'm not betting it, don't feel great about it, but I'm looking forward to watching it, and I am going to be rooting for the Ponies. Now to the NFC game, and this one, I go back and forth. I could easily see it being Sam Darnold's day, and it's his moment. I could easily see that, but I could also see the Rams and Matt Stafford showing, I mean, dude, he's going to win the MVP, and that's for a reason. I could see. I don't know, and I love that.
I agree with you. The more we get closer to game time, the more I do think Seattle's going to win, though.
Why?
And I trust their defense the most. Out of every unit in this game, the Rams offense, defense, Seahawks offense, defense, I trust that Seahawks defense the most, especially at home with that crowd. I trust them to be really good and at least keep them in the game and have Sam Darnold not mess it up just enough. I also think the Rams defense has been really poor the last half of the season. That's something to look out for. It may just be... I think we might be overthinking all of this and saying, look, Sam Darnold, can't trust him. Mike McDonald, second-year head coach, he's new to this type of situation. The Seahawks just might be better than everybody, and they've kind of proven it all season long. And the more I get closer to the game, Rob, I do think the Seattle Seahawks just are better than the Rams. I think this is a 7 to 10 point win for Seattle, and I think that the Seahawks defense really stifles this Rams offense, even though I do trust Sean McVay. I kind of trust this Seahawks defense even more. Charles Cross is supposed to play. I think that's going to be big for Seattle. Give me the Seahawks in this one. I think it's the Seahawks. It's theirs to lose right now. They're all Super Bowl to lose.
Okay. I think if I sports gun to head, I'm gonna say that we are overthinking it, and I go back to the quarterbacks, and I go back to Matt Stafford being an MVP. And I just think he will remind us that he's different than the other three quarterbacks left in this field, and he'll play at an MVP level. And the Rams will be up 33-29 with 16 seconds left. And we all think Sam Darnold gets the monkey off his back with a late touchdown. And with 13 seconds left, Matt Stafford pulls a Patrick Mahomes and inexplicably drives his team down for the game-tying field goal.
And sometimes the NFL, to your point, it's that easy. It's like, who has the best quarterback? Well, Matthew Stafford is undeniably a better quarterback than Sam Darnold. And so you're getting that with the Rams. And Puka had over 200 yards against the Seahawks. The Seahawks defense, I trust them, but they did struggle against the Rams both times this season. So we'll see what happens.
I think familiarity hurts Seattle.
Okay.
I do. I think McVay,
he's creative.
He has been very good against McDonald, and I think that matters. And so I'm going to bet on the Rams defense. And eventually, I think Stafford gets a second one here. I think the winner of this game, and most people do, winner of this game wins the Super Bowl.
The weird part is I love Sean McVay. I don't trust him in these type of games. I don't trust his decision-making.
Well, he's been to, this will be his third Super Bowl?
He makes a lot of bonehead moves on fourth down, messing up at the end of games to blow games and lose games. Sugo always talks about how, he picks the Rams and they end up losing at the end of games. I feel like some of that is on Sean McVay. I don't know that I necessarily trust him when the game is on the line, which just sounds so weird because he has won a Super Bowl.
So you have to trust one of these two people. Last drive. Or the game on the line. Fourth quarter. Sam Darnold or Sean McVay. I know where I'm going.
Yeah,
make the case for Sam Darnold.
You can't.
That's right. And it could easily be his day. Like he is, so far he's been pretty good. He's shown, it's like maybe they've coached him to the point where he is not going to be the old Sam Darnold, and that's the difference. And if that happens, tip of the cap. But until I see it, I'm betting on the MVP guy.
Yeah, it may just be that easy because if it's a close like we expect it is, and it comes down to that final drive, you can't trust Sam Darnold. You can trust Matt Stafford in that situation.
So would you want? Okay, so this is a good question.
That's why I think Seahawks win by 7-10. I think they pull ahead late, and it doesn't come down to that final drive.
Okay, if you're Seattle, you get to pick the final drive. Would you rather rely on your defense against the number one offense and the MVP, or would you rather rely on your offense against the Rams defense?
I think they're relying on the defense to play against the Rams offense.
Yeah.
The defense is nasty. McDonald's got them going. That crowd's going to be nasty.
You think you can get the stop?
I think they think they can get that stop.
See, I feel like Stafford has that magic.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys. Be careful with that.
And you talked about this. To escape that Chicago game with a win after the heroics of Caleb Williams and that throw, it just seemed like, man, that's a loss. And Caleb Williams is going to pull it out again. To get the interception in overtime, that's one of those things where it's like, man, we escaped. We need to be better.
Yep. And
you trust, Sean McVay to have some type of game plan going forward.
Yeah. So if Stafford gets his second one, where will he rank among the quarterbacks who have won multiple Super Bowls?
Well,
there's only 13 of them.
I would instantly put him ahead of Eli. That's for sure.
No question. I think that I'll give you a grouping, okay? Because there's some of them like Bradshaw, Aikman, probably Eli, Staubach, Bart Starr, Plunkett, all go in one category. He's probably better than all of those guys. Yeah. Okay. But then you have Brady, Montana, Mahomes, Peyton, Elway, and Roethlisberger. He's better than Roethlisberger.
Yeah. He's not Mahomes, not Elway.
He's not Montana.
Not Montana.
He's probably fifth. So if you go,
he's not Peyton.
Yeah. So if you go Brady 1, Montana 2, Mahomes 3, Manning 4, Elway 5. Yeah. Oh, so he'd be sixth. Yeah.
Right. Did you put Montana in there?
Yeah, he was 2. Yeah. At least I think. I don't know. Is Mahomes? I was thinking about this today, writing this down. I'm like, is Mahomes number 2 now?
He's pretty close. Probably not yet.
Yeah, Montana was awesome.
Montana's got 4.
Yeah, never lost.
Right.
Yeah, probably Montana still 2.
Yeah, I'd put Stafford right there at 6. He's outside that top tier. He's no Elway, but you could put him up against Big Ben, Eli, Steve Young.
For sure. You say he's no Elway. He did play in Detroit for so many years. I wonder if he played in Pittsburgh, Roethlisberger did,
Probably
would we view him like
he
Elway?
might have a third already.
Exactly.
He
Or
might have a second or a third.
if he played in Denver like Elway. I mean,
Or
Stafford.
Peyton Manning, he did nothing in that second Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Peyton really did. He won one. He was a part of a second.
Yeah, it's Manning, but he was awesome though. Like
Brock Osweiler was starting over him.
Well, but I just mean his career. Like,
right. Oh yeah, in that
peak
yes.
Peyton Manning
excellent.
was awesome. He's probably one of the best quarterbacks we've ever seen.
The way he controls the offense, just with audible
Yeah.
everything, is just crazy.
Yeah, I loved watching Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning and Dan Marino were my two favorite to watch. I didn't get much joy out of watching Tom Brady, even though he's greatness. I don't know.
Bucks Tom Brady was much better than Patriots Tom Brady.
Like Stafford's more
Well, Stafford will do the no look.
flashy. Yeah, it's awesome.
He'll do the no looks. He'll make some crazy passes where
Yes.
it's like there is no window to throw that in to fit it in
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
he's up there with like probably Aaron Rodgers with maybe the best arm that we've ever seen.
For sure. Yeah. And Marino, our guy Marino.
Marino.
All right, so I've got Patriots, Rams. I'm going to officially say Patriots, Rams. I don't feel great about it, but for the sake of the show, that's my pick.
And then I got Patriots, Seahawks. I got Mike and Mike.
Okay,
Going
Mike
to
and
the
Mike.
Super Bowl.
All right, we will get Joey in here coming up next. We'll wrap up the college football season, Indiana winning, and I want to ask him about how quarterbacks view and think about and try to limit turnovers. We'll get to that with our weekly chat with Joey Harrington coming up next. But first, here's Stephen with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by Reynolds Defense Firm. If you've been arrested for DUI, you need a team of attorneys that you can put your trust into. Call Reynolds Defense Firm today, only at reynoldsdefensefirm.com. First on the Fan College Football Playoff. They will continue to have 12 teams in the bracket in 2026, as there was talk of expanding to 16, maybe 24. We'll be at 12, but there will be a few changes. An automatic bid to each Power 4 champion, regardless of ranking, has been changed. And Notre Dame, if they are ranked in the top 12 in the final poll, they are guaranteed a that-large bid. So had those rules been put into place this year, Notre Dame would have been in the bracket over Miami, and Duke, who won the ACC championship, would have been in over James Madison. Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza, he officially announces that he will be entering the NFL draft. He is the huge favorite to be the number 1 overall pick by the Las Vegas Raiders. Former Oregon backup quarterback Luke Moga, he is committing to New Mexico with head coach Jason Eck. Former Colts and Chargers quarterback Phillip Rivers, he has completed an interview with the Buffalo Bills for their head coaching position. And the Blazers beat the Heat last night. They moved to 23-22 on the year. They're right back at it tonight versus the Raptors from Moda Center. Denny Avdia doubtful, Robert Williams questionable. Raptors are 3.5-point road favorites over your Trailblazers. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Waking up on Monday and the coffee just can't quite wash away last night's 6-pack of hams. But Tuesday brings the promise of making things all right. But you still drive to work in your family's minivan. The doctor calls on Wednesday, right before your flight, to talk about your colorectal exam. You're back to work on Thursday and your boss is all uptight, 'cause you didn't push your best-selling brand. But now it's the Friday drive and it's story time. Yes, it's story time. The one time a week when you can truly plan to kick back and listen to story time. Yes, it's story time. We're pushing it out on every airwave we can. We're on both 105.1 and 1080 The Fan. Part of the Fan's Global Sports Radio Network.
All right, well, college football season is in the books, but we still chat with our friend Joey Hinton. I think it is officially story time, Joey.
I thought story time didn't actually happen until after the NFL, because you still have Football Friday, don't you?
I mean, I guess. I guess.
There is that whole NFL thing, that, the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but, talking to you last week, you didn't seem all that excited about it.
But, okay, hold on. Just because I didn't have my Super Bowl picks, off the cuff at the moment, didn't mean that I wasn't excited or wasn't going to be excited about it. I was just more focused on college football.
Okay.
Right? Oregon had just lost, been in that little funk and talking about how great Indiana was, and then you were like, "Hey, who do you pick for the Super Bowl?" I was like, who's even in it anymore? And there hasn't really been there've been a lot of kind of up and downs, right? You haven't had the Kansas City dominance, you haven't had the Buffalo dominance, you haven't had I don't know. There's been a lot of parity, which kind of leads to, by those of us who don't follow it on a day-to-day basis.
Oh, really? See, I think it's been a really exciting year. But then again, Jarrett Stidham is playing on Sunday, so, I don't know. I hear soccer.
Did you see, I am at soccer. I am at soccer.
You're
I'm in Las Vegas at a soccer tournament.
Las Vegas? Where are we golfing?
We are golfing at a place called Reflection Bay. Don't know a whole lot about it. It's near where one of my buddies lives, and I didn't want to pay I played the Wynn golf course last year.
Yeah.
And if you come off and just come off the street, I think they charge $750.
It's true.
And Shadow is $1,500. Why would you pay that much?
Yeah.
And then what's the one on Bali High on the Strip, which is just like a goat track? They charge $350. I was like, thank you. It's ridiculous how much golf courses in the desired areas cost to play.
Yeah, I've played the Wynn course, and I would say that I don't know about $750, but it's really, really good. Now I also played.
It is, but $300 is a really, really good golf course for me. $750 is that's what Pebble costs now.
No, totally.
Wynn is not Pebble. Wynn is not Pebble.
It's only because they can,
Exactly.
And Shadow Creek, I didn't know it was that much. When I played it, it was $500.
You played Shadow?
Yes. Yeah. Well,
what did you know to play? Were you you're a high roller, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'll tell you how I got that.
Gamble-holic.
No, I although I will say, when you go to Shadow Creek, they rush you through there in and out because they're used to all the people playing there being, big gambling whales, and they want them right back into the casino. It is no frills. They don't want you hanging out for a drink. They hurry you up to the first tee, and they're like, all right, 3 hours, let's get you out of here and back to the table so we can get more of your money. Anyway.
Anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
It's true. No, that's true. It's if you play there, you'll see that at the end there is a bar and you can have a cocktail, but there's not much going on there. They want you out.
So did you have the full they brought you over in a limo kind of treatment like they do with the big rollers?
No. Well, I don't remember that part. Here's how I got it though. So I'm not a high roller. rather, I was at Caddies for Cure, the Ryan Duchesne.
Yes.
You remember that whole?
Yeah.
He for many years raised a lot of money. His wife had MS, and he would bring in, the Ken Griffey Juniors and the Bo Jacksons, like big names.
Yeah.
And Charles Barkley was there. I don't even know if Charles Barkley was there. Charles Barkley donated them to Shadow Creek one year at the paddle race at the auction. And I'll be damned. And of course I had a few, but no one really knew what that was. Like nobody was really bidding on it. And I turned to my wife. I'm like, babe, this is like that. I will never play this course other than if we get this for pennies on the dollar. I mean, I'm not trying. I'm not trying to rip off charity.
So did you get a whole foursome, or did you just get a single spot?
It was a foursome and 2 nights at the Bellagio, and I ended up paying. Yes, I ended up. Nobody was bidding on it. I was the only one that. Apparently, I was the only one in the whole audience that knew that Shadow Creek was like one of the premier courses in the United States.
In the world.
Yes, it's unbelievable.
So you're at a golf tournament and nobody knows about this golf course.
Correct. It's unbelievable. Well, now, to be fair, this was not the golf tournament portion. This was the night before sort of gala. So, but there are golf people there. Yes, I was stunned. I was stunned.
Okay.
So I raised paddle, and I think I paid $2,000, which is a lot. But that's the cost
for 2 nights.
Yes, at the Bellagio.
Okay. Okay, so Bellagio. So if you get a foursome, did you get 2 rooms for 2 nights, or is it just 1 room?
No, 1 room
together.
One room.
1 room, 2 nights. Bellagio is going to run you $500 a night, so there's $1,000.
Correct.
Okay, and then right now at $1,500 per, so that's 2 is $6,000.
Correct.
So that's a $7,000, $7,500 package right now.
Exactly. It wasn't then. I think then they charged $500 or $600. So I really got 2 free nights and then paid for a foursome. But it's a good deal.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
And I will say, if you're ever going to pay way too much money for a golf experience, Shadow Creek is, I don't know about $1,500. That's insane. But I mean, Shadow Creek left me with my jaw on the ground. It is awesome.
Is it the greatest golf course that you've played?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, and it's cool because it's in the middle of Las Vegas, the city of Las Vegas. So
there's nothing. It's just an oasis.
Yes, it is totally an oasis. So you go into these gates, you don't even know it's there. They drive you through these gates. Yeah, it was a limo. Now that I think about it, and you basically are whisked into Central Oregon. It feels like you're playing in Bend or that area.
With
it's
palm
awesome.
trees.
With what?
Aren't there palm trees in there too?
Yeah, they have palm trees in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great.
All right.
So anyway, Suk is not here today because he got an invite to Arizona. He's going to Arizona for the weekend. And he said, how much would you pay to play the stadium course at TPC Scottsdale, which is where they play the Phoenix Open?
Yes, yeah.
And
so I'd say $250.
Okay, that's exactly what I said. I said I bet you they charge $200 to $300 depending on what time of day you play, and I'd totally play that. The PGA Tour plays there. You get to play that 16th hole, the par 3. They are charging $600 right now.
No thanks.
Because exactly, because it's the tournament is there in a couple of weeks, so it's really pristine. It's all dialed, and the grandstands are up, so you get to play the 16th hole with the grandstands, which is kind of cool. But they jacked it to $600, and Suk said, "No, I'm not going to play."
Huh.
And I respect that.
So I got to play. And this was before they had the true grandstands up. I guess how they are now. This was like right after the Fiesta Bowl when I believe the tournament was a little bit earlier, but I got to play like the day after the Fiesta Bowl, and they did have the stands up. And it was fun. It was nice. It was like, oh, cool. There's like a little, but no, $600, not a chance in hell.
Yeah.
That's that's my point of comparison, right? If I'm going to take a trip to go play golf somewhere and pay an exorbitant amount of money, let's say north of $500, you have to compare it to Pebble, because that is I think Pebble is
six.
Yeah, like maybe 7 now or something like that.
God, they just keep cranking it.
They do. But when I took after Dad retired, we went down there and played. And I think it was, granted you had to stay 2-night minimum, and you got 1 round, but it was $500 or $600. But anything compared to that is gonna fall short. Like TPC Scottsdale, great stadium course, it's nice. Okay, but if you're paying the same thing that you're paying to play Pebble, like get on a plane and go to Pebble.
Yeah, it's not that special. I don't think.
No.
I've friends that have played it. I will say Pebble, if you're going to pay that much money for golf, I think one time Pebble is worth it. When you get to that par 3, the 6th hole, and then 7, 8, 9 along the water there, I mean, it's like breathtaking. It's worth it.
So I would, when I played it twice now. And when I played it for the first time, I got on thinking like, okay, is it really going to be everything it's cracked up to be? And like you said, 1, 2, 3, you're inland. It's like, oh, these are nice holes. And then you come out on that par 5 is the par 3, and you come out and you see the water, and then 6 up that massive, and then drop down onto 7, and then the crevasse on, and even the holes going like away from the water once you get up to like 11, 12, and you think, okay, man, that was an incredible experience, and then you drop back out onto 17. It's
awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
What's the most you've ever paid for a round of golf?
Probably that, or Win. I played Win last year, and I think that was like 5 or 6 maybe. Which again, I it was nice, but it wasn't. It didn't compare to Pebble.
Yeah, great conditions, but yeah.
And like I'll do that. Once every 5-10 years. I'm sorry, but like there are too many great golf courses that don't cost that much money.
I feel you. Hey, what's with all the fake news on Facebook? You have cancer. Jerry Allen apparently died, although he didn't.
Jerry died too?
Yeah, Jerry died.
Because Emily. So apparently, I heard not only just. Man, we're transitioning from golf into like some really morbid type stuff here. So I got a call. I was driving back from Central Oregon on Monday, and I got a call from Saul Patu, defensive end, great guy. And then I was like, man, why is Saul calling? I haven't talked to him a year or so, and then had a text from Kenyon Barner. I was like, what is going on? Yeah, sure enough, come in and find out that I had a stage 4 blastoma, brain cancer. But then the best part is Emily got a text asking if she was okay. And apparently the story went on that she was driving to come see me in the hospital and got in a car wreck and was in critical condition.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Who is doing this?
I have no idea. But it's Emily, understandably was a little bothered. I was like, doesn't, that, rub you the wrong way? I was like, yeah, sure. But at the end of the day, like, if you got to make up stories about other people dying and having horrible things happen, then you know what? Hey, you do you. I'm not going to waste my time on it. Yeah. But I did have to call and or just send you guys a message just to let you know. Like, that was kind of the most frustrating thing is having to like preemptively get in front of it, be like, hey guys, I don't have brain cancer.
Yeah, it's weird. What? It's funny. Just the night before that, my wife came to me and she's like, is the Oregon coach okay? I'm like, what are you talking about? She said, what's his name? Lanning? I'm like, yeah, what do you mean? What happened? She goes, I don't know, car accident or something? I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah, I was like, that's exactly so then where I start going.
Yes, yeah. I start Googling stuff and there's nothing. I don't know what it is about Facebook and the Ducks. Facebook hates you for some reason. I don't know what that is.
Well, probably because I don't have an account.
Yeah, right. I don't either.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. Yeah. All right, well, let's come back and let's talk a little football. You want to talk a little football with me?
Hey, there we go.
Indiana won. I'm sure you're happy about that. I'd like to know your thoughts on Fernando Mendoza at the next level, and I'd like to talk to you about turnovers as well. We'll have all those items with Joey Harrington, courtesy of Mods PDX, next on The Fan.
It's time for a
right, we're back with Joey Harrington here, courtesy of Mods PDX. Technically still Football Friday, but we're getting real close to story time. By the way, did you get your Vegas? You're in Vegas right now for a soccer tournament.
Yeah.
Did you get your Vegas stay for the 25th of January 2027 all set up?
They don't start booking until February 1st.
Oh, okay. So next week.
I immediately called to look into a couple hotels, and they said, yeah, we don't usually start booking until open the books until a year out. So I was like, all right, I'll wait until February 1st.
Are you going to stay at the Wynn?
I'm not planning to. No, I'm not going to tell you where I'm staying, because then Facebook will get on it, and then then we'll have all sorts of stuff.
Right.
I wouldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Maybe we can secretly covert, text on the side and then meet up and play golf at Shadow.
Shadow Creek, baby.
Yeah, you could just, since you're so connected, you could get us an in.
Just place a couple big bets. They'll let you play.
That's all you need.
So are you happy Indiana won?
I am.
Yeah, me too.
I'm happy they finished off such an incredible season. That is truly one of the greatest seasons in college football history. It is. Are they the greatest team? No, probably not. You could, put those stats up against, the other teams. But God, there's only two teams in the history of football. There's only two teams in NFL history that have been 16-0 at one point. Right? The 72 Dolphins and the 2008 Patriots, who then lost in the Super Bowl at 18-0. But they're one of three teams to win 16 games without losing. That is unbelievable.
And they made it look pretty easy too.
Yeah, they did. Good on them.
Do you think Mendoza will be a really good NFL quarterback?
I don't know. You ask like I've done it before or something. Look, I loved his decision making. I loved his God, he was so accurate in that. In both the quarterfinal game, that was epic. I love all the things about him, and if you put him in a garbage, team behind a garbage offensive line, it happens. This is such an inexact science. Does he have all the tools to be successful? Absolutely he does. Does that mean he's going to? No, absolutely it doesn't. I think the question maybe I would ask is, if I was the Raiders and I had the number one pick, would I pick him? Yeah, absolutely I would.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic player. And then I would try and do my very best to put the pieces around him to help him become that type of player.
Yeah, I think there's, I don't know, I may be wrong about this, but it seems like there's two different archetypes. There's the guys like Andrew Luck or Peyton Manning that are going to be really successful. It's just how successful, depending on where they go and who are their coaches. And then there are other guys that are dependent on where they go. And I was wondering if maybe Mendoza fell into one or the other, perhaps the latter.
I would push back on that and say that there's no guarantee that Luck or Manning was going to be that. Mm-hmm. You forget that there was a debate that people, do you take Ryan Leaf or Peyton Manning? You're looking at it through the lens of,
I guess that's true.
Of a Hall of Fame career, and saying, God, well, of course Peyton Manning was going to be fantastic. Now, you didn't know that. There were literally people out there who in NFL GMs who were ready to take Ryan Leaf instead of Peyton Manning. And that's just the same thing. John Elway, right? John Elway was one of those guys who you quote unquote always knew he was going to be incredible. Well, John Elway stunk it up with the Broncos for a little while, right? It wasn't until, about year 5, maybe 6 that they started even making the playoffs. And then, settled into his, he lost the Super Bowl a couple of times, and then he didn't win his Super Bowls until the last 2 years of his career. I don't know. Even in those situations, I'm trying to think. Marino, Jim Kelly, Tony Eason, who is all those guys were more successful than John Elway at the start of his career.
There's
So,
no such
yeah,
thing as a slam dunk.
There is no such thing as a slam dunk.
So we were talking about yesterday on the show, the playoffs and all the turnovers. There've been I don't know how much you've been watching, but there've just been a ton of turnovers, particularly interceptions. CJ Stroud, I mean, I don't know how much you saw of him, but my goodness.
I did.
My goodness. And he's a pretty good quarterback. It was uncharacteristic. Like, he hadn't fumbled all year, and then he fumbles 5 times. Josh Allen turns it over 4 times. They lose. Caleb Williams threw 7 interceptions all season through 5 in 2 games. I'd like to ask you as an NFL quarterback, what is your view of, how do you think about turnovers, and are there ways to minimize them, or do you just have to go out there and play your ass off and you hope you don't turn it over?
Well, there's 2 ways to come about this, right? You can be Trent Dilfer and say at the start of the season, my defense is so good, I am not going to put the ball in harm's way. And then what you do is you limit yourself. We've talked about this a lot. It is a fine balance between being overconfident and putting the ball in harm's way, and being conservative and then not being confident and then playing crummy because of it. You have to walk this tightrope. Do I think that there are more, let's say, inexperienced quarterbacks in the playoffs right now that are making, some unfortunate mistakes? Yeah. Josh Allen, though, I would say, has always been that type of player.
Yeah.
That's going to press the envelope on the aggressive side of things. I remember being in the quarterback room, and Coach Mariucci coming in and saying, after I'd had a rough stretch, he's like, look, if it's not there, check it down. If you even hesitate, check it down. Do not turn the football over. And so what happens then is you get into this mindset of I'm not even going to make the throws down the field. And it just becomes a check down fest. Now you're 3 and out, and you haven't actually done anything to help your defense, and you end up in the same position that you were before. You're going to lose because you aren't aggressive enough. So it's, I'm not sure what the best approach is. I'm not sure. Well, I should say this. Looking back on it, in the way that my career turned out, I think I would have rather gone down swinging than being, and so, yeah, I am going to change my answer midstream and say that I probably wish I was more aggressive and had the confidence to come up and chuck it and say, you know what, I'm going to live with the consequences, as opposed to subscribing to the check it down, and, then lose confidence in my ability to throw the ball down the field.
Yeah. That's probably better, isn't it? You're right, because if you're Josh Allen or even Caleb Williams, CJ Stroud, and you're unleashed and they're saying, hey, go do your thing, and they trust you, and then you turn it over 4 times, I guess that's better than never even trying.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Exactly.
A lot of turnovers. All right. Well, last week you picked Niners Texans. Who we picking this week? They're both out.
I did, didn't I?
You sure did.
Yeah. I just want the AFC to win. I think that's if one of the teams from the AFC wins the Super Bowl, I'd be happy.
Why don't you like the Seahawks?
Because they're from Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah. Although I will say I like Sam Darnold. I love Sam Darnold. I love the fact that he was, somebody's garbage and they traded him away, and then he ended up in another crummy situation that was no fault of his own. And then, I guess you can come over here and what did he do? He did exactly what I wish I would have been able to. So I love Sam.
Right. Yeah, he's pretty resilient. Would you bet that in the NFC game, MVP guy does MVP things and they win, or Sam Darnold gets his moment?
I'm going to go with Sam Darnold.
Okay.
Sam.
I'd like to see it myself. Well, actually, I wouldn't. I picked the Rams. So never mind.
Well,
Scratch that.
You know what? Put your own biases aside, and let's
Yeah.
root for the
Right.
root for the kid who deserves this, right? Matthew Stafford's had one already. Let's give let's give Sam a little something.
Tell you what, he wins this, he might get one.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
I need to. The soccer game ended. I need to go.
Bye. I love your body.
Okay. Bye. Love you too. Bye.
That's Joey Harrington, courtesy of Mods PDX. The future of building is here. All right. Coming up tonight on TV. Are we going to watch a man die live? The Club is next on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on The Fan, this just in. Former Colorado offensive lineman Jordan Seaton, the number one tackle in the portal, has officially committed to LSU and Lane Kiffin. His final three were LSU, Oregon, and Miami, but he announced on Instagram Live he will be playing for the Lane Train down at LSU. College World Playoff, they'll continue to have 12 teams in the bracket for next season. There was talk of expanding to 16, maybe 24 teams, but there will be a few changes going forward with the 12 teams. An automatic bid to each of the Power Four champions, regardless of their ranking, and if Notre Dame is ranked in the final poll in the top 12, they'll be guaranteed an at-large bid. So had those rules been put into place this year, Notre Dame would have been in over Miami, and Duke would have been in over James Madison. Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza, he officially makes it official. He'll be heading to the NFL draft. He is the huge favorite to be the number one overall pick by the Las Vegas Raiders. Former Oregon quarterback Luke Moga, he is committing to New Mexico, and head coach Jason Eck. Former Colts and Chargers quarterback Phillip Rivers, he completed an interview with the Buffalo Bills for their head coaching gig. And the Blazers back at it tonight, taking on the Toronto Raptors. Denny Advia, Robert Williams both out for the Trailblazers. Raptors up to a 4.5-point favorite now over the Trailblazers. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of Duck
Well, my.
Concrete jungle, wet dream tomato.
Oh no, they were hurting you so bad. Oh no.
A kick and a stretch. Put your foot on their balls and make them believe it.
Feeling hot.
Okay, we apologize.
Oh my God! It's time for the club, baby. On 105.1 and 1080, The Fan.
Was he burglar?
Hoo-wee.
I was alive.
All right, welcome back. I just got some breaking news. Well, two pieces of breaking news. Well, it's not that breaking because Steven already told you, but that Jordan Seaton guy, that bum offensive lineman from Colorado, is going to LSU.
Oregon didn't even want him.
Didn't even want him. Lazy. Don't need him. LSU got him, and LSU is loading up. They're getting beefy over there. The old lane train.
They now have they got the number one quarterback, Sam Levitt, in the portal, number one offensive tackle, Jordan Seaton, and the number one edge rusher in the portal as well, LSU.
Geez, I wonder how they're doing that. Well, can't be jealous. If you're an Oregon fan, Oregon does that stuff all the day.
Oregon can spend with them.
Yeah, you didn't get them. Well, anyway, the other bit of breaking news is that what I was going to talk about here is Alex Honnold. Do you know who he is?
No.
Have you seen the show Free Solo on it's a Netflix documentary?
About
Heard
Hope
of it?
Solo?
No.
No, I have not.
Okay, well, Alex Honnold is a free climber, and he's the guy. The Free Solo documentary is worth a watch, but he free climbs. Well, he did free climb El Capitan in Yosemite with no rope. So he practiced it over and over and over with rope, and then he climbed it with no rope, which is insane. But he didn't die. So now he is set tomorrow. It was supposed to be tonight, but they have rescheduled it. That's my late breaking news. Citing weather, they have delayed his climb. He's doing another one. And again, he is doing this with no rope. He falls, he dies. In probably terrible splattery fashion. He is attempting to free climb the Taipei 101 tower in Taiwan's capital city at 1,667 feet in the air. Okay, so he says he's never done this before, climbed a skyscraper. And he also said that he's not even practiced. He just thinks he can do it. By the way, this is the same guy that if you watch Free Solo, pretty much all of his contemporaries are dead because they're doing this and falling. So my question is this worth watching? Because it sounds terribly boring. But it also sounds so terrifying I have to tune in. But really, then I thought, well, the only reason I'm tuning in is if something bad happens. And what's that say about me? I don't want to see that. And by the way, they're not going to show that anyway. Would you watch that? You interested in that? It's going to air tomorrow night at 5.
No, I'm with you. The only reason you're watching is for the failure, right? Like, I mean, if he does it, awesome. But
If he does it...
You feel like you wasted your time.
Well, yeah. If he does it, won't that be super boring just watching him slowly climb up a...
I think so.
Yeah, so we're waiting for the
You're waiting for the death, so I feel like you don't need to watch it. You can go on the internet if he dies. You'll find out if that guy dies.
What would it be like to climb a skyscraper? Like, he's never done it. Like, how does he... What if he gets to a place where, like, there's nowhere to step? I mean, how is that thing built? You know what I mean? Like, so many questions. What are you doing? This guy's insane. By the way, he's an idiot. I watched Free Solo. If you watch Free Solo, it's actually worth a watch. But you come away with it going, this guy's an ass. And now he has 2 kids. I mean, like, his mom, like, the wife's going to sit the kids down and be like, hey, let's watch Dad almost die tonight. Or maybe try to die tonight. What the hell?
Seems like too much risk for your boy over here.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm not free climbing anything. I'm not climbing anything. You can give me all the rope in the world. I'm not climbing.
Yeah, no thank you.
Why do people do that? Doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's the thrill.
Well, he says it's the thrill. If you watch the original movie, he says the thrill is untethering the rope. That's what makes him focus. So because he knows that his life is on the line. Because otherwise, with the rope, it's not. So he says he focuses and is able to do it because there's no rope.
Well, it has.
But I think he's just crazy.
It has to be something where, if you know you could die at any moment, the feeling has to be that incredible for people like that. Like, have you ever like bungee jumped or anything?
The high. No, I would never bungee jump.
You would want to?
Not bungee.
Or like jump out of a plane or something?
I mean, you could maybe talk me into skydiving, but I don't have a huge desire.
See, I'm with you. Like, I'm just like,
I'm not a thrill seeker.
I'm not either. So like this stuff, I don't get it. It doesn't do it for me to say, oh, I almost died. I'd rather be not almost dead.
Well, I think he has a screw. I think people like this have a screw loose. Like always chasing that high, like it's a bit of a problem.
You're going a little psychiatrist right now, but I think you're probably right. There's probably something that like triggers that.
Spectrum-y.
Yeah.
Him and Fernando Mendoza gonna climb together. So I was looking up how much he was gonna make for this, and they were saying about he said mid six figures. Now I don't know if he's telling the truth, but that does not seem like a lot to free climb a 1,600-foot skyscraper.
He does it for the love of the game, man.
Again, also weird. So he said that there's going to be a delay. So I mean, obviously, if he falls, like, depending on where he's at on the building, although you only had to get a couple stories, and you fall, you're dead. Like, they're not going to show that. So what the hell are we watching for? This is a gimmick. This is a bit. I'm out. I'm not watching.
If they truly cared, they wouldn't be on delay. It would just be live and in charge.
That's right.
But they don't want us to see dead people.
Would you want to see? I'm now thinking I wouldn't want to see that. Like, if him fall, like, that's awful. I don't want to see that. I mean, I don't want to. Yeah, I certainly don't want to see the end of the fall. I just mean, like, oh my God, he's dead. He's dying right now, and now dead.
I wouldn't want to watch the end result. I'd watch him fall, like watch him, free falling. I'd watch that.
You would?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Just because I know it's there and I need to see it. I only need to see it once.
Yeah. Even if the video, well, I don't know. I bet if the video were circulating, I'd watch.
Right. It's just
morbid
like
curiosity.
Like when Charlie Kirk got assassinated. Like, I didn't want to see it. I watched it though. I watched the close up.
Yeah.
Wasn't great.
No.
So I feel like if I'm watching that,
why do we do that? I don't like that.
I don't either. It's the curiosity, but I don't like that stuff. Like, I don't like scary movies that are gory, but I watched that.
See,
and I would watch
I
it
like
if I
gory
fall.
movies. You know what I can't watch? I don't know. Do you have we haven't talked about this element of the coach and assistant coach Vaughn household. Are there pets in the house?
No pets. I am not an animal guy.
Okay.
I do not like, and I'll say this. I don't want to take care of them.
Yeah.
They all like me. Dogs like me. Cats like me. They come up to me.
We have good energy.
I'll give them a little pet.
Yeah.
That's about it. I don't want to take care of you.
Okay.
So I've said no. Plus the grandparents. One set of grandparents has like 1 million dogs. So if the kids want to go play with dogs, we can go send them places.
You're not going to give the kids a pet?
No.
Dog?
No. Because I know I'm going to take care of it.
Little puppy. Yeah. No,
I'm going to take care, and I don't want to.
Okay.
Really take care of myself, bro.
But you like them?
No. Not really. I think animals are intriguing. Like, I like to look at pictures. I don't want them in my life.
God. Peeling back the layers of the Levon onion.
I'm not going to say I'm selfish, but I'm a little selfish in that manner. Like, I don't want to take care of it.
Well, I will say that, look, this is a dirty little secret about owning, well, for us dogs.
Yeah.
Now we have 2 stupid cats driving us crazy, but that wasn't our choosing. But the dog thing, when the dog dies and you put the dog down, which is horrible, there is that guilt of, oh, I don't have to care for anything. Like, I don't have to take the dog on a walk. I don't have to let the dog out. I don't have to fill the dog feeder.
But it kind of makes you feel...
You feel a little guilty about that.
You're also super sad, though, because you love the dog.
Of course you're sad, but you also are like, oh, this is kind of nice. I don't have the responsibility. The parts that you're talking about, you feel that. And it's
it's like as my kids get older, I don't have to play with them as much.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Feels great.
Best
I
part
feel a
about
little
kids.
guilty. I'm like, maybe I should play with them a little more now. Nah, I'm feeling
Nah,
good.
I'm good. I'm going to watch the game.
Yeah.
Maybe throw in a parlay.
There's a big Blazer game on tonight. I got to watch that, bro. I ain't going to play blocks with you.
Get out of here with blocks.
Legos.
What are you, 7?
I got a 7-year-old.
I know. That's what you should tell him. What are you, 7? Read a book.
We established this. Schools don't make them do homework or read.
What were we just talking about? Oh, dogs.
Dogs. Pets.
That's the one thing I can't watch. Like, if you've got those like the morbid curiosity videos, animals, I'm out. I can't watch that stuff.
I can't say that I've ever really watched. Like, I don't seek them out, so no. But if it's this doofus,
This idiot, yeah.
if it's this doofus,
You'll watch him
Yeah, I'll watch him.
free fall to his death
I'll watch him yeet
in front of his children.
He's just yeeting off the building. Yeah, I'll watch that.
All right. Well, listen, I don't know what's going to happen here. I guess they're going to redo. They're going to try it tomorrow. It's raining over there, so he didn't want to do it. But they say it's going to air on Netflix. It's live on Netflix tomorrow night at 5 in Taipei.
If he does fall, Netflix can just claim it was a streaming issue too. Oh, we can't show it. Streaming issue.
I would imagine they would cut away, wouldn't they?
Well, they probably should.
So they don't win either way. Like, this is a dumb.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no point to watching this.
Right.
Give me the
'cause if
highlights.
Yeah. Well, there won't be any highlights.
Well, if he
what
makes
we
it-
need to know is if he made it. If he made it, it's like, oh, whatever, good. I saved
No, the
3
highlight
hours.
is him starting and then him finishing.
Okay.
Right? Like him on top of the building. Like, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I'll watch that.
What if he gets up there and then swan dives off the top?
Yay!
Bah! All right, well, I'm not going to watch. Alex Honnold, Netflix tomorrow night. Another free climb, as they call him. All right. There is a difference between being a perv and just horny. We'll get to that next on The Fan. Ruling on this guy here. Saw this story, and I feel like this guy's being called a perv, but I think he's just horny, and I believe there's a difference. So he's a school bus driver, so that's not a good start. But
1 for horny.
What?
That's 1 point for horny.
Yeah, probably 1 point.
I guess
for
perv.
Perv,
Actually.
yeah.
Sorry.
School bus.
Yeah.
I haven't even told you what he did, but the fact that I just said it involves children, you think
That's perv. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one of those scales. You got to put the little jelly beans in.
Right.
It's 1 on perv.
But it doesn't involve kids. He is a school bus driver. He is not employed by the school district. Rather, he is employed by the bus company. And this says a twisted Delaware school bus driver has been charged for allegedly picking up a prostitute and doing it with her on his bus. His name is Alvin. He is 62. He looks exactly like you would suspect he does. Not a handsome fella. Old, big white beard, kind of fat. He was caught when a school district employee in Dover reviewed video from the bus for a totally unrelated investigation. Yes, they have cameras. The employee was instead shocked to see the video showing Rom picking up a prostitute on his school bus on January 6th and then driving off to a nearby spot in downtown Dover. Once parked, he was shown engaging in sex acts with the female and then exchanging money. Police corroborated. The exact time for the interaction wasn't given, and it isn't clear if Rom drove children in the bus that day. He was not a school employee. He was working for a contracted bus service. He was charged with lewdness and patronizing a prostitute within 1,000 feet of a school. Now there's another point for perv. But am I wrong that this guy, look, okay, I get it was a school bus, but there were no children. Okay, you can't be bringing the prostitutes onto the school bus. That's dumb. I don't know why he did that. So he's done some dumb things here, but he's not a perv, is he? Why are we calling him twisted and pervy? He was horny. He wanted a hooker.
Twisted is a little far, but perv is, yeah. He's a perv.
He is?
Yeah.
Why? What about that is pervy, other than wanting a prostitute, which I believe, listen, for the record, I think prostitution should be legal.
I don't disagree with you.
I have no problem with it.
I don't either, but
he just wanted to do it. Nobody else is doing him.
On a school bus where there are children or have potentially been children or there will potentially be children, we have to keep those two things separated from one another.
Yeah.
You can't. I don't want I tell you what, I don't want to send my kid on a school bus where some old dude's been banging a prostitute.
Probably not.
I don't want him sitting on that seat.
I mean, I get it.
That's pervy, man.
What if I don't think it's pervy. I think it's just horny. I don't know. Text perv or horny. Fan text line.
Does he not have a house?
I know. I get it. It's like, why are you using the bus?
Because that makes me think there's some kink going on with him.
Oh boy.
Or the prostitute.
Oh boy.
That's
See,
why it's on the
now
bus.
You're talking pervy.
And that's why I think it's pervy.
Yeah. Okay. I could see it. We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know the facts.
I don't know, man.
If you're that bus driver, call in. We need the facts.
Well, I think he's in jail.
He's getting a phone call. Text him there?
What do you think he would think if we were talking about him? You think
He'd be
he's sitting
psyched.
there? He would be psyched. He'd be like sitting there listening, like, yeah, that guy gets it.
They're talking about me
I'm
on
not
a sports
perv.
show.
Call in.
That's my problem, though. You gotta keep those things separated.
Someone said, well, what's wrong with that? Yeah, exactly. No kids on the bus. All right.
It's like the kid song, school. The wheels on the bus.
Yeah.
It's the perv on the bus.
Yeah. Well, listen. I mean, when I mentioned pervy or horny, and then I said school bus driver, I know you expected a lot worse.
Yeah.
Because if you're a perv, I feel like pervy means you're kind of sinister and what would be another adjective?
You have bad intentions.
Yeah, like that's weird. Like you're abnormal, screw loose, something's up.
Like getting the prostitute, not pervy.
Right.
Doing it on the bus, that's where you're crossing the perv line.
Just convenience. I don't think it is. I think it was just
it was just there.
Yeah, it's just what he was driving at the time. Horny. Yeah.
You don't have another vehicle?
Well, again, it was a mistake.
That's what I'm saying.
Swap it out.
I'm assuming there's kinks involved.
Yeah, this says you got to keep the bus near the school, otherwise it might look sus. Yeah, he was close to the school.
That's the other
That's
thing.
the problem.
See, you can't be doing it near the school.
Yeah.
Perv.
You can't. But I'm stopping short of perv on this guy.
Who's horn?
And by the way, this guy's right. The kids are doing worse things on that bus.
That's why we don't send kids on the school bus anymore.
If I'm a school bus driver, I'm not looking back there. You don't put your kids on a bus?
No, we live like literally 1 mile from the school, so I just drive them there.
Yeah. Why don't you make them walk? It's good for them.
I got nothing else to do. It's early in the morning. I wake up. Gotta do something.
Coach Vaughn's already out.
Yeah,
out the door.
Coach Vaughn's already out, so it's just like, what? I gotta contribute to the family somehow. I'm already an assistant coach. That's an assistant coach duty.
Here's a guy who says, not a pervert, probably just Italian. Horny perv is the answer.
Yeah. It seems like most people just say horny. Good for them.
Yeah, I think people are on my side here. The old fella just he just had a day. Maybe the kids are obnoxious,
I cannot imagine being the bus driver. How annoying that would be.
I know. We've talked about this before, and we've had some bus drivers text in say they love their job, and they might. But I'm with you that seems like of all those types of jobs you could do, that's not one I'm signing up for.
Well, even just teachers in general, I feel like.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's got to be.
You get some stories from Coach, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. And it's not all just like gross or bad. Like some are so sad.
Yeah.
Just like people's home lives.
Yeah.
Like it would break my heart. And I have a black heart.
Yeah, I am gathering that about you, that you and we don't have a lot of love in our hearts.
I tell you this, I love the people that I'm close with. Like the people that I love, I really love. But if I don't love you, there's no love for me.
That should be a drop. That whole thing should be a drop.
That should be. Sports is sports. You like the things you like.
Yeah. We've got a lot of similarities, I hate to say.
You gotta earn my trust. I'm gonna have you got my respect, but you know what? People break that, and then you don't like you.
Yeah, I do think people are a little too quick to trust other people. You got to prove it. You got to earn it. I'm with you on that. Man, who knew Souk would be the heart of the program?
This was a big softie.
It's just a big teddy bear, that one. All right, we've got some TV shows we got to discuss.
This person had a good question though. Did he use the little stop sign when he was engaging?
So everybody had. Well, I'm sure he pulled over.
He pulled over. Did put the stop sign out. No cars cross.
Well, I hope it didn't take him too long. You know what I mean?
He's 62.
Yeah, but you never know. All right, some TV shows to discuss. The latest streaming ratings next on The Fan. Here's Steven.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on The Fan, a little breaking news. Number one offensive tackle in the transfer portal, Jordan Seaton. He was down to his final three, LSU, Oregon, and Miami. Well, he made it official today. He's going to LSU Tigers, and Lane Kiffin. So Oregon misses out on the number one transfer portal tackle in the portal. College World Playoff will continue to have 12 teams in the bracket in 2026, but there will be a few changes. Automatic bids for each of the Power Four champions, regardless of your ranking, and if Notre Dame is ranked in the top 12 in the final poll, they are guaranteed an at-large bid. So if those rules were in this year, Notre Dame would be in over Miami, and Duke, who won the ACC championship, would be in over James Madison. Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza makes it official today. He will be entering the NFL draft. He is the huge favorite to be the number one overall pick by the Las Vegas Raiders. Former Oregon backup quarterback Luke Moga, he is committed to the University of New Mexico. And Jason Eck, former Colts and Chargers quarterback Phillip Rivers, he's completed an interview with the Buffalo Bills for their head coaching position. The Trailblazers beat the Heat last night. They're above 500 at 23-22. Back in action tonight, taking on the Raptors from Moda Center. Denny Advia out. Robert Williams out as well. Raptors 4.5-point favorites on the road. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of the
Well, I need a new show. I'm between shows, looking for Rex. Finished Landman. Finished Mayor of Kingstown, my Taylor Sheridan fix. Finished Pluribus. Excellent show. Highly recommend it. It's on Apple. New season of Shrinking is coming, I guess. That's a good show. Harrison Ford, kind of funny. Suk loves that one. There's a new Game of Thrones show that's called A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And apparently it's nothing like Game of Thrones. It's funny and lighthearted and sweet and cute, I'm told. So I don't know if I'm going to watch it. But it's supposed to be set in between House of Dragons and Game of Thrones, like 89 years prior to Game of Thrones. You a big Game of Thrones guy over there?
I can say I never watched one episode. But I'm also the guy that is like, if you tell me a show is going to be really good, and everyone's hyping it up, I'm just going to hate it in general, and then I probably won't watch it.
Yeah, what is your deal?
I don't know. I like to go against the grain, man.
Well, but why would you hate it without even watching it? What is it about hating something that other people like?
I don't want to be like everyone else. Just follow.
What if you like it?
There are shows. I usually end up watching these shows, but it's always like 2 or 3 years after everyone else.
What's your favorite show that you've ever watched?
The Sopranos. Sopranos is the best show.
Oh, you said that. Okay, what's your second favorite? Give us others that you've really enjoyed recently.
Curb Your Enthusiasm is excellent.
Okay.
I watched The Righteous Gemstones. All
Fantastic
these HBO shows. Yeah. Barry. I watched Barry.
Yeah,
That's
Barry
a great
was
show.
very good.
That's about it that I've watched recently.
Okay. That's good. Yeah. I was afraid you were going to say some shows that would reveal...
Full House.
Yeah. Hey, what's wrong with Full House? I love that show.
Bob Saget.
Rest in peace. Yeah, so the Game of Thrones... Yeah, so there's a Game of Thrones... I don't know, I guess it follows, like... I haven't watched it yet, but I guess it follows, like, one guy. And he's, like, this big, tall, goofy dude. And it's set, like, 89 years before Game of Thrones, and it's, like, it's just a... I don't know, it's nothing like Game of Thrones. There's no dragons, there's no killing, it's just funny and goofy. Weird.
The people that I love, I really love. But if I don't love you, there's no love for me. No love for me.
People I love, I really love. But if I don't love you, there's no love from me.
No love.
Wasn't that true of anyone?
I guess, yeah. That's the definition of love. If you love somebody, you love them.
Right. I think what you're trying to say
I pulled
is
a big secret.
You hate everything. Yeah, you did. You hate everybody and everything unless you really love them.
Unless you're in my inner circle, yeah.
Yeah.
Hate you.
God. I feel sorry for Coach Vaughn now.
Hey, I love her. She's my best bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long you guys been married?
2012, so that's 13 years.
And together?
Since 2006.
Took you a while.
Yeah, it did. I was 18. I was almost 19 when I met her, so.
And is she younger or older?
She's a year older than me. Coug.
Yep. Got the Coug.
I'm going for the Cougs, babe.
And where'd she go to school?
That's where we met. We met at Clackamas Community College, and she played basketball, did track, 2 sports star in college, and then she went to Concordia. I had a couple offers from couple different schools, but you know what? I liked her, and so I said I'm going to go to Concordia.
Smart man.
Thank you.
I bet that was scandalous when you guys were both basketball stars doing
We were the hot topic.
I bet you were.
Tell you what.
It's like that show, Heated Rivalry. So you heard of that one?
No. Oh, is that the hockey one? That's the hockey one, isn't it? Yeah.
I want you to,
two dudes.
I want you to try it.
All right. Look good.
I can't wait to hear what you say about that. I actually did watch the first episode of it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. So the Heated Rivalry. I was looking
Two
at
hockey bros.
I was looking at the Rotten Tomatoes streaming ratings. 99% right now. The number one streaming show is The Pit. 99%. That's the hospital show. My wife watches that. I watch it some. It's entertaining. Pluribus is 98%. It's fantastic. And then Heated Rivalry is 98%. It's third. And let me tell you something. I watched an episode of that hunk of crap. That thing sucks. And I'm not saying that just because it's just gay sex, which that's really all it is. It is objectively horrible. The dialogue is horrible. The script is it is dumb. Super dumb. But
so I should watch it.
I think you should watch it.
All right.
Because I want to make you squirm a little bit because it is uncomfortable. It is graphic. They do it. So it's 2 hockey rivals. Yeah. Two hot hockey players and their rivals, and they start doing it. And supposedly it's from Canada, and supposedly it's this huge thing worldwide, and everybody loves it. And I don't get it. I don't see what's so. There's no message in that. I mean, I guess there is, but
I'll just have to watch that by myself. I don't know that.
See what Coach Vaughn says about that.
The problem is Coach Vaughn goes to bed so early. She goes to bed when the kids go to bed.
What time?
8:30 to 9.
Wow,
I know.
So you're up. You get.
And I just literally just playing video games, or I'm watching TV and doing whatever, going hot tubbing by myself all night.
What a life you lead.
No, because then I'm with my own thoughts. My brain runs wild, and I start thinking about overthinking everything. Yeah.
Do you drink?
No, I don't actually.
You don't drink?
No.
At all?
No, and I actually, you know what? Before I got hired, I asked Dusty this because I'll never forget back in the day, you talking about this because I listened to the show, and you and Sue were talking about drinking. You go, you know what?
Yeah.
I could never trust anybody that doesn't drink. And I go,
I still believe that.
I literally asked Dusty, is that like? I go, he's probably changed a little bit, right? And he goes,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You don't drink?
No.
Like never drank? Like drinking problem? Quit?
No,
Or-
I've had a couple drinks with like buddies for like their wedding and stuff, but I just don't drink. Coach Vaughn's got some problems on her side, and so
Yeah.
she just kind of stayed away. So I kind of supported that, and then
I see.
I think there's probably a little on my side as well. So we just kind of did it, and we were also playing basketball at the time, so
Sure.
I was
You're
just focused on
athletes.
that. Yeah,
You're high level athletes.
Yeah.
You're LeVon James.
the bald mamba. So I just kind of focused on that, and then it just just never happened. And now it's a thing that I like to talk to people about. People find it intriguing.
That you don't drink?
Yeah, like they can't believe it.
I don't.
You're mad.
Here's someone who is texting in, said, did Stevie set animals on fire as a child?
No, I had a cat. We had a cat. I
Yeah?
love that cat.
Did you kill it?
No.
I'll tell you what, we've got cats now, and I can't stand them. I've tried. I just want to report. I've tried the cat thing. They suck.
There's a random cat that runs around our neighborhood, and it has a collar, and it lives like a couple houses across the street, but it always comes on our little cul-de-sac and hangs out all the
Yeah.
time.
Why do they do that? I wonder.
I don't
These
know.
cats.
They love it. Like they walk up to the door.
Yeah.
Walks up to our door
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we have, and it's like pretty far away.
Yeah, we have neighborhood cats too. They don't bother me. It's just
I don't mind cats because they're getting rid of all the mice and stuff. So
that's true.
So I actually don't mind having random cats around. Again, I don't hate animals. I just don't want a pet. It's a lot of responsibility.
Well, my wife's father left us 2 cats when he passed last year, and let me tell you, they're driving us crazy. Cats are awful.
My little guy wants 5 cats when he grows up, he said.
He can have 2. I have 2 for him.
All right, I'll let
you
him know.
You want these?
I don't.
Why does he
cats?
want? Why would a kid want 5 cats?
I don't know.
That's a little weird.
7?
Get him a dog. You need to indoctrinate your children to being good dog
Dogs
owners.
are
Dogs.
No,
are the
they
best.
love dogs. My kids love dogs. My wife
get him a dog.
I don't like dogs. I don't want to take care of it. They smell and they rip things up. They're just like big kids.
Yeah, they really are.
And I already have 2 of them.
Someone said
2 kids that wreck everything.
No,
Nice.
it's a fair point. My someone texted in and said we were talking about this, and they said, "Look, I love my animals, but when my dogs pass away, I'm gonna smile ear to ear thinking about all the money I'm saving." And it's true,
Dude.
they can be expensive.
Yeah. Kids are expensive too.
Yes,
Why anybody would have a kid, I don't know.
I don't either.
I mean, I love the little guys. I would change nothing, but they're hard. They're hard to live with.
God, I would love to see you in the wild, like out like just your day to day.
That's what I'm saying. The no drinking thing is so intriguing to people, and now that's just me.
Well, part of me thinks it's shockingly boring, and yet
I think you would be.
it might be
I
entertaining.
think you'd be surprised at how boring it is.
I'm not giving enough credit for the level of boredom.
It's really impressive.
But aren't all of our lives or dailies pretty mundane? I mean, come on, we all do the same crap every day.
Yeah.
It's not that
You
groundbreaking.
don't have time to do a bunch of cool things.
Yeah, we're not like rock stars doing cool stuff every day.
Right. You wake up, you
Yeah.
get ready for
Do
the day,
same
and you go
crap.
work. Yeah.
That's right. Oh, I got to do this today. Oh, I got to do that today. Yeah.
You gotta warm your voice.
Freaking lame. All right, well, let's... okay, so anyway, I need a new show. I don't know what I'm going to watch. You obviously don't have any recommendations.
I'm watching Heated Rivalry when I get home, though.
Crank that up. See how long you make it.
So you watched all the shows that I said.
No, I thought that
Gemstones.
I thought that was a quality list of programs. I'm not going to
Yeah,
lie.
Gemstones, Barry. You watched all that stuff.
I watched Barry.
Yeah.
Watched Gemstones. I absolutely
Love
love
it.
Righteous Gemstones.
So
It's
funny.
genius. Curb, of course, is like king.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do next. Shrinking. I'm gonna go to the new.
Did you watch the golf one with Owen Wilson? Was that one?
Yeah, I did. It was terrible, but I watched it.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was.
I watched one
it was
episode
fine.
with Coach Vaughn, and then we stopped.
Yeah, and I totally get it. I totally understand why. It was very Disney dumb.
Yeah.
But cute. I don't know.
It's a dumb.
Yeah. I finished The Bear, too. You ever watch The Bear? You a big restaurant guy?
No, I have not seen it.
Yeah, it was all right. All right. We'll wrap it up. Coming up next on The Fan.
Dirt and
All right, we're about out of here. It's going to be a good weekend, I think. I can feel it. We're not getting hit by all the snow and ice the rest of the country's getting hit by. That looks pretty rough. I think it's moving in as we speak. I'm going to try to play golf tomorrow. Beautiful Langdon Farms. Sook's in Arizona. Life's good. What are you doing this weekend?
I don't really know, dude. No basketball tournament. Usually it's basketball tournaments, but there is no basketball tournament this weekend, so it's actually pretty open. Where next weekend is basketball.
Don't parents love that when kids don't have sports activity?
You know what? I've been pretty black-hearted. I love watching my kid play basketball. I actually find it really fun. I love watching both kids play basketball.
Yeah, why did you just say one kid?
Because the other one hasn't started his season yet.
No. Do you coach them?
No, I can't really with the schedule because it's too. I get out of here too late. I'm the coach from the sidelines,
yelling at the refs,
everybody,
yelling at the coach.
Cussing
You probably
everyone.
are, aren't you?
Sometimes I got pretty mad at the ref the other game. It's not like I'm yelling at him. I was like, trouble.
Steps.
Yeah. He walked both ways. They can yell, it's 7-3 and fouls.
So do they play basketball and soccer and?
Yes, they play
all the-
basketball, soccer. They just didn't. They didn't get into baseball.
That's a shame.
America's pastime. It's past its time.
You don't like baseball, do you?
I do, actually. Baseball was my first love, and then I realized when I got to high school, I'm much better at basketball, so then I focused on basketball. I do have a love for baseball, though.
In handball.
Handball, dude. Olympic handball is legitimately fun to watch.
Now, why did you play that?
Handball?
Yeah, you said you were
No,
good
I
at
didn't. I said, I think if I would have focused on handball instead of everything else, I could have been an Olympian handballer.
Yeah. You had another pretty bold proclamation of ego from a fan personality.
Thank you. I only have two hot takes. That I could be an Olympian handballer, and Keldon Blevins, remember him on the Blazers?
No.
I think exactly. He was Damian Lillard's cousin. He was horrible. Peak Steven would have lost to him 11-4, and I think that's a hot take. That I could have scored
one-on-one?
Yeah, I could have scored 4 points on him. That's how bad he was.
Well, you probably could have. At least you're not saying you'd beat him.
No, not even close, but I could score a couple buckets. Where on any other NBA player, I'm scoring 0.
Peak Steven would lose 11-4. Yeah, so every NBA player, you couldn't score on an NBA player.
No.
Even Peak Steven.
Peak Steven, no.
Wow. All right. I'd drop a 3. Everybody have a great weekend. Suk is back. I am back. We are all back Monday, 3 to 7 on the Fan. Good night.
Friendships of